Hello, 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 good evening, morning, noon, or night, and welcome to the stream! Hi guys, how are you? Welcome, 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 welcome. As you may have noticed, we have a slight change of plans tonight. The original plan was to play Tears of Themis, but I had the kind of work day where I came home stroppy and petty, so instead we're going to be reading r/am I the Arsehole stories for that sweet catharsis.
Hello there.
Hi Rita, and of course, hi TJ, hi Amber, hi Ambis, hi Ghosty, hi Shara, hi Sorrow. Hi Lex, hi Aster, hi Sabella, hi Eisen, hi Nozmi, hi IRL, hi Ghosty, hi Raven, hi Angel. Hello everyone, welcome, welcome, and thank you for the headbands, I appreciate it. Honestly, Nozmi, it wasn't that specifically. Oh no, it was a whole other thing. If anything, what inspired me to do an AITA stream of all things today is because what's happened this week is the kind of shit that you would find on /am I the Arsehole. And it's like, you know what, this is fitting. Oh my god. So this is something that happened early in the week, and it's question mark resolved now, but like, dear lord. Alright, so this is the hot tea. This is the steaming tea that had me go like, fuck this, I need goss tonight. I need healing. wait. I need healing. Okay, so last Wednesday I contracted the flu, as some of you guys know. And so, at about like 3 hours before the end of my shift, so I did most of my shift. So about like 3 hours or so before the end of my shift, I went home. Because, sick, right? Now, because this context is really important. So, oh yeah, this is IRL. Yeah, so I had the flu last week. And so essentially, this is what happened. So, around 2 p.m. in the afternoon, my coworker, because, yeah, anyway, my coworker had originally done the morning shift that day. So she was due to finish at 4, whereas my shift was supposed to go till 5:30. That's kind of the standard way we do the shifts. Our manager was on site and stuff, but like generally it's just the two of us. So, about 2 o'clock, I get to that point of being like, okay, like I'm kind of really struggling to like, you know when you're at work and you're trying really hard to hide the fact that you feel like absolute garbage? Like I was at that point, like I was like, okay, like if I stay any longer, like I think my bravado will crack and I will become one with the pavement. So, so around that point, that was when I contacted my manager and was like, hey, I'm feeling pretty crook, so like, would it be alright if I headed home? So manager actually comes over and she's like, oh yeah, sure, you should have gone home ages ago. God, like, yeah, go home. And like my coworker's like, she's a bit weird about it. So like I don't know like how to describe it. Like she was like acting like a little bit weird, but so like, and it's like, oh okay. And so like both me and my manager were both like, okay, well, like you still go home at 4. Like you don't have to like stay. Like, my manager will take care of it. And she's like genuinely like insisting. Like she basically goes to my manager and is like, no, like I'll stay till 5:30. Like I want to stay till 5:30. And the manager's like, no, just it's fine. Like I can do it. This is so scuffed. Hi, Optical Lime. How are you? Welcome. And like manager's like, no, seriously, go home. It's fine. Like seriously, go home. And she's like, no, I'm not like that. I would like to stay. And I want to stay. And like the manager, she was just like, okay, like if you want to, like it was like, the manager was 100% like, nah, like, is it worth dying on this hill today? Nah. Like, she had that tone of voice, like, yeah, okay, if you want to stay, that's your choice, but you don't have to. And so it was like, okay, like, I mean, everyone asked her not to stay, but she chose to. All right, that's on you. So I went home and, you know, died. Next day comes along, Thursday, still feeling pretty garbage, so, you know, I send an email in going like, hey, you know, still feeling pretty crook, I'm gonna be taking, I think it was like Wednesday night, I sent an email like, oh, I'm gonna take Thursday off because I was feeling crap, and Thursday I was like, oh, you know, like, because I had a doctor's appointment, so, you know, I had a telehealth appointment with the doctor, and doctor was basically like, bro, you're still sick, stay home. your standard stuff, right? Your standard stuff. So, so it's like, okay, yeah, got a medical certificate, sent it in, all good, sent an email, and that was all good, right? Like, this is just like standard, boring semantics, right? Like, okay, you were sick. Shock of the world, right? So it's like, it's the kind of stuff, it's like, okay, yeah. So, Monday rolls in. I get to work. I'm in a good mood because, you know, I'm not sick anymore. And my coworkers, for lack of a better word, she's just kind of like really like weirdly, like really quiet, but like in a mean way. I don't know how to describe it. Like that cold thing. And so like at some point, like I think she ignored me for a couple hours before I was like, hey, you know, like, you know, it was right. What's up? Like, you know, how was it? Like, you're right. And like she was like, oh, it was awful. And I was like, oh, that's, you know, it's terrible. Sorry to hear that. And then she kind of like goes on this whole spiel about how I apparently left her in the lurch. Because I went on sick leave. And apparently, I was faking it because I didn't look sick to her. And clearly I was just tired, even though, like, bro, like, even the doctor said I was sick, man. And she was like, you know, you always do this. And I'm like, I don't. I've been here for a year. And, like, I've still got 6 days sick leave. As in, I've only taken 2 days. 3 days. I've taken 3 days sick leave in the entire past year. Like, you only get 10 days a year, and, like, I've only been there, well, actually, I've only been there for, like, 10 months, so I haven't even been there a year. So, like, and it's like, no, I don't do this all the time. What? Like, I still have six days left, like, I can show you the evidence. And she's like, no, and it's like, and I have a medical certificate, like, I mean, I don't have to show you, but I do have that as well. Oh, yeah, you know, and, like, she acts, like, really huffy, and, like, full, like, conspiracy nut it. And I'm like, okay, like, and then she just gets, like, really nasty and about, like, shifts and stuff, which is a whole other thing. But, like, and then, right, so, for the next 3 days from that point, this is a whole saga, I swear. So, like, up until today, she's been giving me the cold shoulder. Well, I've just been like, okay, I am sorry for committing the crime of having the sniffles. All right. until today, like, she, yeah, like, did this whole, like, vent thing and was like, you know, you were clearly, like, she still thinks I faked it. And then, like, and so it's like, we have, like, a talk, and it's, like, you know, stressful, annoying, and it was one of those, like, agree to disagree, like, whatever kind of deals. So I go to lunch, and I come back. And when I come back from lunch, she's, like, suddenly acting like nothing ever happened. And And, like, she's, like, trying to, like, joke with me, and I'm just there, like... Huh? So, I gotta ask, in that situation, am I the arsehole? Genuine question. I don't think so, Eisen. I think she kind of dusted her hands, went, okay, I did my vent. Yeah, so, like, so like that there is the hot IRL, the IRL AITA tea. It's rare, but I figured I'd share that one because you know what, you can't make this shit up. And it's like, at one point on Monday in the argument, she genuinely, because like she's like twice my age, to really put that, like she's like twice my age. Like I'm the young chicken on that desk. Like she's in like 50s, 60s, and like she genuinely tried to be like, well, like, you know, I'm older, I know better. She tried to have that argument, and it's like, bro. Yeah, so like that right there, that's my steamy hot IRL AITA tea, and that's why I was like, you know what, I need catharsis tonight. I need some good lemon and honey for the soul. So that's why we're on the ghost train. Hello, cake darling, welcome. How you doing? You got another commission, Savella? Fuck yeah, let's go. Oh my god, let's... Like, my storytelling is scattered, but I will say that one of her arguments against my taking sick leave for being sick was because I was being, and I shit you not, I am quoting her, disloyal. She fucking said that. She said that word. And I was like, bro, this is... This is... Ma'am, this is an office. Ain't nobody loyal. It's like, to who? Encyclopedia 2, how are you? Welcome. And thank you for the follow. Alright, so that there was my steaming hot fresh cup of IRL AITA tea. For that sweet and beautiful catharsis. However, this is r/am I the arsehole? And let's be honest, we want some good shit. Oh my god, my arm breaking my hand looks so fucking scuffed. Oh my god. Hi, Commander Caverick, how are you? Welcome. I'm glad. Thank you for following my dead bird app. My ex, thank you, and welcome in officially. And thank you, I'm glad you like my model. Oh, no you, cake, no you. What do you mean by a genuine question with the AITA style? My only response to that, darling angel, is... You've made this dad very proud. I may be cat dad, but that counts. No, you. Yes, we've got the big book of AITA tonight. Hi, Panda, how are you? Welcome. I mean, you're welcome to Nova, of course. Alright, so let's get my beppers in order, ready for a hot sweet sippadoodles. Hi, Manami. Hello, Manami Takahashi. How are you? Welcome. You good? I could put up my dukes, but I might break a nail, I say, even though, like, my nails I've clipped them. Thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate it, dear Nosmy. No, you, Kate. No, you. My day was dramatic. Let's put it that way. But it's okay. When you have a dramatic day, there's nothing more cathartic than reading stories from people who have had days far more dramatic than yours. Alrighty. I suppose it depends on the joke and the context. Alrighty. Am I the asshole for going to the police immediately when I found out my parents took out debt in my name? My parents took out credit cards and loans in my name. It was fine when they were paying the bills, but they got behind. I don't have a key to the mailbox, so I never saw the bills or anything. I just finished my third year of university, and I was going to move out. That would require me to get a credit check and stuff. My parents freaked out and forbade me from moving out. They said it was stupid that I'd waste money on moving out when I could save money living at home. They don't like my boyfriend, so I thought that was their issue. But not. No. I was wrong. Long story short, apparently I am in about $60,000 of debt because of them, and I cannot afford to pay that off. I told them that they needed to clear the debt immediately and change the house rules so my boyfriend could spend the night. They said they didn't have the money to pay the debt, and that I could not strong-arm them into changing the rules of their house. So I called my auntie and asked her if I could please stay over with her for a bit. She let me and asked a lot of questions. Then she showed me a dozen Reddit posts about parents screwing up their kids' future and kids allowing it. So I went to the police and reported it. My parents got arrested and charged. They're furious with me. I know they didn't spend the money on me. I don't know what they did spend it on, and I don't care. I feel bad for them, but I'm not letting them fuck up my future. Am I the asshole? No! Dear God, no! No! Like, bro, they got arrested and charged for a reason. It's because they committed crimes. Oh, dear God, you poor bean. Oh, my God. Oh, I hope there's a way to transfer that debt to them. Oh, my God, that is horrendous. 60K! Justified arrest! Justified! Justified. If this was petty shit, they would have been let go. They were arrested for a reason. Hi, models. Welcome, welcome. Ah, thank you, darling. 𝐄𝐍𝐕𝐓𝐮𝐞𝐫. And thank you for the follow to Koi. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Hi, Mai. Welcome, welcome. I know, right? Hi, honestly. Like, 60K is a lot of fucking money. Like, what you spend it on? An animatronic bloody sex toy? Give your kid their money back, you greedy grubbers. Thank you for the follow, dear Queen Ray 12. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And welcome, welcome. I don't know, I was trying to think of a cursed example. Have fun lurking, elf. But yeah, easy, not the arsehole. Oh my dear God. Alright. Hi, Jasper. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, 60K is insane. It's probably American dollars, too. Hi, Mitsunari. Anytime, darling. You deserved them. I know, right, Char? It's a downright crime. Hope you're doing wonderfully, by the way. And I hope you can fix your glasses. Hi, Lasty. Welcome, welcome. I know, right? Okay, yeah, greedy grubbers, honestly. Alrighty. Am I the asshole for telling a group of women to leave my son's hospital room so that I could dress him in private? No? I feel like I don't even need to read the post. No. I hope you enjoyed the VOD. Hi, AITA 𝐄𝐍𝐕𝐓𝐮𝐞𝐫. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate and welcome. All right, this is a long one too. Jesus Christ. Okay. My 9-year-old son, Loren, had his appendix removed this morning. Definitely no. He had a basic understanding of the surgery, but the only hang-up was he was having to wear nothing but a hospital gown. No socks or underwear. When we got to the hospital room to get him prepped, he told his mum/my ex and her sister/his aunt to turn or to leave when he had to undress. Obviously, he was fine with my being there and he needed help. After the surgery, me, my ex, her sister, her 13-year-old niece, and my 18-year-old son were in the recovery room. He were waiting for Lauren to sober up and get discharged. He started to come to and whispered to me that he wanted to put clothes on because he wasn't comfortable wearing nothing but a gown in front of 3 girls. At that same time, a female nurse came in to get his vitals and was talking to my ex. I asked if they could all step outside so I could help Lauren get dressed. They looked bewildered at my request. The nurse then said she'd help me dress him because my son was still a bit weak. I said, no thanks, my teen son will help out. She asked if I was serious by asking her to leave over this, and I said, yes, my son doesn't feel comfortable getting dressed in front of 4 females. The nurse said she's been a nurse for years and has heard of anything crass. I said, you're comfortable, but my son isn't, and you're being insensitive in what's crass and clueless. She said I was being dramatic. They left me and my other son to get him dressed. My ex called me and said I owe her and everyone else an apology. I refused. I said if the roles were reversed, then you'd have a very different opinion. Also, Lauren has to take a bath for the next few days, and she was crazy if she was expecting Lauren to let her wash him and even be in the bathroom with him. It's different with me or his brother or friends, and I don't have to convince her for me to be right. Edit. For the record, the gown he was wearing was made out of paper. It wasn't even cloth. My son was dying to get out of it. He was basically naked. I don't think my son would have minded a male nurse at all, but since me and my older son were there, the thought of requesting a male nurse just didn't cross my mind. I don't know if they had a male nurse available at the moment, because the nurse made a comment that they were short-staffed, but all qualified. I wasn't going to argue with her over who got to put on my son's Minecraft underwear or zipped up his hoodie. It was a waste of time. She did mention how she didn't want him to get hurt with my dressing him, and I said, then you best let me handle it, because he'll fight you. Update. I did have to take him back to the hospital this morning because he couldn't pee, but he had to. He was in a lot of pain. At the hospital, I asked if a nurse was going to see my son before or after his male doctor, and they said yes. So I asked for a male, and they said that they'd ask the head nurse. She asked why it was so important to have a male nurse. I told her we can schedule an appointment to fight over it after my son sees the doctor. They did find a male nurse, and my son was totally relaxed around him. The male nurse said a lot of female nurses take it personal when patients ask for a male nurse, and it's always been that way. Fortunately, my son doesn't need a catheter and is fine. But ultimately, am I the arsehole? No! 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 Absolutely not. It's a matter of comfort. Like, on what planet of, selfish and entitled do you have to be where someone's like, hey, can you please leave the room so that I can dress my small child? And your response is, I'm so offended you would ask me not to be in the same room as an undressing child. Ugh, the fuck is wrong with you? Get the hell out. If the kid ain't comfy, the kid ain't comfy. Shoot. And the nurse arguing. Sweetie, that's not a hill you want to die on. What the fuck? No. No. What the fuck? That poor kid. I'm so glad that kid's got that dad there to be like, no, get out. Like, fuck off. Yeah. Like, dude. Just, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Like, yeah, without you. What the hell? What the fuck? Minus 100 out of 10 Yelp reviews. I know, right, Kate? Like, why? Why was she pushing that hard? Why were they trying that hard? And it's like the phone call, like, you owe us an apology for making us leave the room so that the small child can get dressed. No! Fuck off, weirdo! Like, ew. Oh, nah. Nah, like, I'm sorry, you're fucking weird. Oh, Jesus Christ, no. I just, no. No other words for it. It was a no when it started and it was a hell no when it ended. I'm just gonna move on. Fucking hell. Jeepers creepers, that's definitely the word for it. I'll be nice. I'll put the book down for you. I know, right, models? Yeah, it was just to step out for a bit. It wasn't like, get out the hospital. It was like, oh, can you leave for like 2 minutes so we can put his knickers on? Like, like I just, like, bro, I don't get it. I don't get it. Alrighty. Am I the asshole for calling my stepdad a hypocrite after asking my grandfather to walk me down the aisle at my wedding? My stepdad, who I, 24 female, called dad most of my life, is the only dad I've ever known. He met my mum when I was only 1 and they got married right after my 2nd birthday. So I literally have no memories of my life without him. And I would say most of my life I saw him as my dad and not my stepdad. He was the male figure who raised me and was there. But I was never equal to his bio kids. He would call me his stepdaughter when asked how many kids he had. I heard him say it even when I was little. I always called him dad or him and mum my parents. It hurt a lot when I was younger. My younger sister was often called my first baby girl by him. My younger brother was called his firstborn. And while technically they are his first bio son and daughter, I was always expected to treat him like my real dad. But he was not always claiming me as his real daughter. Things started to change for me when I was 16. One of my friends called him my stepdad and I didn't correct him. My stepdad overheard and he told me he was hurt that after all he'd done for me, I'd let him be delegated to the lesser title of stepdad. And then I told him that I was his stepdaughter most of the time, so why shouldn't he be my stepdad? My stepdad was still good to me. It was just some things really hurt when I was younger, and some things pissed me off when I was older, like the incident above. I did talk to him and Mum about it, and I was gaslit into believing he didn't say stepdaughter, or he'd say that sometimes it's important to distinguish. But none of these were doctor appointment incidents. I always felt like it would have been easier if he'd been consistent with not my kid for me. At least then I wouldn't have been so confused and hurt as a younger kid. My grandparents noticed. I think what took their notice most was when I was 8 and I was worried I couldn't be his real daughter. I asked my stepdad to adopt me and he changed the subject. My stepdad's parents and 2 siblings were also there and they looked shocked that I'd asked. I was never called a granddaughter by his parents or a niece by his siblings, but they were grandma and grandpa and auntie and uncle to me. Grandpa really stepped up for the emotional support, and when COVID restrictions happened, my fiancé and I moved in with him temporarily since he was alone and he knew we wanted to be in a home and not a cramped apartment. Which is why, when I got engaged, I asked Grandpa to walk me down the aisle. My stepdad was pissed off, offended again, and he told me as much. I brought up how he talked about watching his 2 little girls get married, my 2 sisters, and never his 3. So why would he be taking on such a big task for his not little girl? He told me I was being so nitpicky, and I told him he was a hypocrite to treat me as not a daughter, but expect to be treated as a dad. He told me I didn't know the meaning of the word and that I should be more appreciative of all the things he gave me. Am I the asshole here? No. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Fuck that guy. Bro wants his cake and eat it too. Piss off. Garbage. Garbage. He's trash. Put him in the bin where he deserves. Just make sure it's the outdoor bin because he's going to stink up the environment with his shitty personality. Exactly. No, don't care. If you are going to actively be like, push away your stepkid, then to be perfectly fucking honest, that stepkid is 100% within their right to push you away too. It is absolutely fucking bullshit for you to be like, I'm your father. You've got to act like I'm your dad. I am your dad and nothing else. Oh yeah, that's my wife's kid. But this one over here, this is my little girl. Eat shit. If you don't want to be close enough, eat shit. Honestly. I know, right? It's disgusting, innit? Yeah, exactly. Like if you marry someone, or if you are serious with someone, even if you move in with someone who's a partner, if you have a partner who you are serious with and they have a child, be prepared to pick one lane and stick to it, but do not leave that child out, or the word is escaping me. Discriminate, that's it. Don't discriminate against that kid because your nads weren't involved in the making. Like, I'm sorry, buddy, but like, what pops out of your gonads ain't any more special than what pops out of any other gent's gonads. Like, I'm sure your socks are on thrones somewhere, but probably only in your dreams. But right now, there's a living kid right there who actually wants a father to stop ostracizing her for the crime of not having your bloody nut genes in her. Like, eat shit. Just, oh. You know what? Well, yeah, shit's too good of a meal for him, yeah. Kids are kids. Kids don't deserve that. No. If you are going to get with someone with a kid, then you better know what relationship you're going to have with that kid. Because either it is a step-parents relationship and you stick with it, or it's a parent and a child relationship. And always be willing to meet that kid in the middle. Because it is just as bad if you're like, I'm your dad now, and the kid's like, no, you're fucking not. And then you just like, I'm your dad now, and you don't stop. That is just as bad, because then you were just a pest. But at the same time, if the kid is there literally calling you father, like, for you to be like, ugh, begone, small thing. Eat shit. Oh. Like, I laugh, but I laugh in vitriol and hatred. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Like, honestly, I am so glad that she didn't pick him to walk down the aisle, honestly. If anything, yeah, I am so glad that she's sticking to it and she's going to have a grandpa walk her down the aisle. I am so damn happy for her, and I hope she has a goddamn amazing wedding day with that bastard sitting in the piers. Hi, Arkema, how are you? Welcome. Yeah, straight up, yeah. Oh, you kick. Oh, you. With all the affection in the world at this point, I can barely take care of myself. Honestly, Muddles, yeah. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking, darling. I appreciate it. Alrighty. Alright. Am I the asshole for telling my friend that she isn't traumatized from somebody else's proposal? That proposal better have blown something up. Oh, I need to know this story. Okay. I, 20 female, have had 3 close friends in college. Grace, 21 female, Matt, 21 male, and Laura, 21 female. Laura really likes using mental health terminology. She explores a lot of labels from those therapist influencers online. She was told that she had an anxiety disorder and depression, and that's the only diagnosis she has been given so far. Recently, she's been exploring autism and ADHD. Matt wanted to propose to Grace. They've been dating for a while. He's been planning the proposal for a couple of weeks, and while the proposal was very intimate between the two of them, I was very involved in scheduling the after-proposal event at the restaurant. The specifics of that are irrelevant to the story, but it was lovely, and Grace and Matt seemed really happy. Laura told us she didn't want to be involved in planning the proposal because it reminded her of her parents' divorce. She said that she might come to the post-engagement party. Well, come the day of the engagement, both Matt and I forgot to check in on Laura. I don't think it's Matt's fault at all, because he was occupied with far more important things, i.e. getting engaged, but I feel a bit guilty about not reminding her. She ended up not coming to the party. The next day, she starts posting online some dramatic, for lack of a better word, things about how it was traumatizing to see how little her friends cared about her, and that she'll be updating her followers on her trauma therapy journey. She posts that she's now in a really dark place, and that she thinks she has PTSD. For context, I'm pretty sensitive to mentions of trauma and PTSD, because I was actually diagnosed with PTSD by a psychologist in my last year of high school after something that happened in my first. I felt a lot of guilt and shame around this because I spent a lot of time feeling that the thing that happened wasn't bad enough to count. I sometimes still get nightmares and flashbacks, but it's gotten better after therapy. I know I have my own issues wrapped up regarding the word, and it bothers me a lot when people seem to throw the terms around without understanding their weight. But I also acknowledge that I can't stop the internet from doing its thing. I haven't told any of my college friends about this, so Laura doesn't know. At one point, she called me and started explaining how traumatized she is, and I finally snapped and I said, "You're not traumatized, stop being dramatic. You just got exactly what you asked for." And now I feel guilty because I feel like I was a little harsh. And she's posting online, without my name at least, that one friend that she thought she could rely on to support her is abusive and doesn't understand how being traumatized works. However, I feel like, honestly, Laura is being very dramatic about an event that's not about her. I called my mum to see what her opinion is, and she told me that I could have reminded Laura about the party, and while my point is not necessarily wrong, I could have been more sensitive, so I'm not sure how wrong I really am. Am I the asshole here? Hi, AITA 𝐄𝐍𝐕𝐓𝐮𝐞𝐫. Thank you for the follow, darling, and welcome. And no. No. Absolutely not. Thank you for the follow, Arkama. I appreciate it. Mwah. And officially welcome to the Uncanny Valley. Straight, yeah, just no. Like, at the end of the day, mental health is a murky area for a reason. However, the kinds of people who will take these terms, these very, very serious terms, and use them for petty or minor grievances, like, I hope you sit on a cactus. Like, I'm sorry, but no, just no, like, PTSD, like, things like PTSD, traumatization, abuse, things like that, they are not topics you just fuck with to make your words seem a bit more spicy. These are serious terms for a reason, because they are connected to very serious events. Like, you don't get PTSD because you're out of milk. Like, hurt and offended, absolutely. Post-traumatic stress disorder, I think I'd be in my right to say I doubt it. Like, no. Hi, Shaya. Welcome. Hi, Az. Essentially, OP saying that a friend of theirs is claiming that they've got PTSD and they've been traumatized by two of their other friends getting engaged. And, like, that's it. They got engaged, and that's what it was. Like, yeah. They had the audacity of getting engaged. Yeah. Not the arsehole. I'd say not the arsehole. Like, yeah. Could have been nicer about it. I'll put that out there. Sure, you could have been nicer about it. But you're not wrong either. I know, right? Go, oh no, marriage, whatever can we do? How terrible. Yeah, Nova. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a clean one, that. Alrighty. Am I the asshole if I asked my daughter's deafnophobic boyfriend not to come over when we're eating? Okay. My daughter has been dating this guy for a couple of months. One day, he was going to hang out and watch movies and have pizza. We ordered pizza, extra to ensure we had enough for him, and as soon as I got home with it, he walked out without even saying goodbye, which we thought was rude. On another occasion, we invited him to a restaurant to celebrate a special event for my daughter. He ordered food but didn't eat and spent most of the dinner in the bathroom. Finally, we spent the day out with him along and stopped for food. We're all famished. I encouraged him to order something, my treat, along with everyone else, and he refused. Then he just sat there awkwardly, watching everyone eat. It made me very uncomfortable because I don't like people watching me eat. I told my daughter that I think he's been pretty rude, but she likes him, so she thinks his behavior is no big deal. A little while later, my daughter informs us that the issue is that he has an issue with eating in front of people. So I say, well, that's fine, but he doesn't need to hang around at meal times because it makes me uncomfortable eating in front of someone that isn't eating with us. Now, my daughter's mad that I'm discriminating against his disability, and I wouldn't treat someone else like that if they have a disability. Am I the asshole for not wanting him around at meal times? Whew. This is a tricky one, this one. Yeah, like, whew. If you don't like eating in front of people, that is fine. Like, that is fine. You're well within your right. But yeah, he could have said something like, he's definitely not innocent. Like, he's not asshole free. Like, his crimes is obviously, like, not communicating, like, at all. Like, at all. It's like, it's one thing to notice they bring out food and then kind of, like, be like, oh, I'm just gonna, like, be right back a bit later, or, oh, I've got, like, bullshit. Like, plenty of folks, like, are just like, oh, yeah, I've just gotta, like, be over here. Like, yeah, it's a bit rude, but at least he tried. Like, but, like, just seeing them order food and then just getting up and leaving with nothing, like, no word, nothing, is really rude. Is really rude. It really is. And it's like, I can understand being embarrassed, not wanting to talk about it, but, like, you do have to communicate something, because it's one of those cases where if you say nothing, you will come off a million times worse. Phobias absolutely can be very hard to admit, especially more niche phobias. But, like, he didn't need to say, hi, I have a phobia of eating in front of people, so I am going to leave the building. All he could have said is like, oh, I'm really sorry, but something's come up. That's really it. Like, yeah, he wouldn't have come off as innocent, but, like, he wouldn't have come off as an arsehole either. Like, it's kind of, there would have been a clear attempt to go, hey, I need to leave. And that means he doesn't need to tell people he's scared, like, he's scared of eating in front of people, or any of that kind of stuff. He just excuses himself. Like, he's just out. You just fuck off. Like, pardon me or something. Yes, anything. And yeah, like, exactly. Hi, Army, welcome. And it's like, he didn't, like, obviously, I do agree, it's not fair for him to be expected to tell everyone that he's got this fear of eating in front of people. Of course not. But it's more when you invite someone into your home and they snub you out of nowhere, it feels personal. When you invite someone out to dinner and then they show up and then they snub you out of nowhere, it feels personal. It's one of those things where it's like, it's, though unintentional, it's still an insult. And they're also like, obviously, it's not a huge post. It's probably a little bit more context then. But like, and like, don't worry, I'm going through step by step. OP is not innocent either. I'm not on OP's side. I'm on neutral fuck all y'all side. But like, there's like no attempts of communication from him. And like, at all. And it's more of like, if you're not even willing to try, then you are kind of just being a dick. Yeah. Exactly, Eisen. Yeah, like it is a bonding experience, and by not even being willing to bow out, I suppose, proper, it kind of shows you like it comes. Yeah, both parties could have absolutely done differently. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, what Lasty said. Yeah, it's kind of like he's just kind of being rude, for lack of a better word. Yeah, he is being rude. That is true. However, on the other side of the put, OP is also kind of being an ass because, like, oh, well, I don't want him here when we're eating then because I don't want to be looked at while I'm eating. Yeah, okay, fair. If anything, he'd probably be the one who'd understand that the most. Like, yeah, like, honestly, I have a feeling if she told that to him directly and he wasn't a hypocrite, he'd be like, yeah, fair, all right. Like, I'll get it. And he'd leave. But, like, just immediately being like, well, okay, if he's not going to eat, then fuck off. That's also really shitty. Like, that's also really shitty. And, like, you know, he could just go into another room on his phone or something else. Like, it's kind of, this just, no communication. Like, it's all just people. Every single person in this fucking, in this post is just going, me. And it's like, why did you think of someone other than yourself for 2 seconds? Please? You'd be surprised how far that will get you if you think about someone else for more than 2 seconds. Hi, Mr. Cheesy Dumplings. How are you and welcome? So yeah, everyone sucks here. All of y'all are selfish. All of you. Welcome back, Akama. Alrighty. Am I the asshole for getting into an argument with my husband because he left me during surgery? I mean, instinctually, I just want to say no off the bat, but I'm going to jump in. I'm a 25 female and my husband 27, and I have been together for almost 4 years, and we don't have any kids. I had a same-day lumpectomy surgery yesterday. The tumour is not believed to be malignant, but I wanted it out since my mother had breast cancer. My husband got the day off work and drove me. The surgery was delayed for about 3 hours, and my husband was getting impatient. The surgeon finally came in and said she expected the surgery would take an hour. After she left, my husband said he was going to leave the hospital to get lunch when I went under, since he hadn't eaten that day. I wanted him to be able to eat, and I was trying to be brave, but I really didn't want to be left when the surgery was only supposed to be an hour, so I asked him if we could pick up food for him on the way home. He gave me the impression that he would stay, and I was wheeled away. Fast forward 30 minutes later, I was being shaken awake by a nurse who told me I was sick, and she was trying to get in touch with my husband. Apparently, during the surgery, my blood pressure dropped rapidly, and my surgeon was able to get the tumour out in 20 minutes. My BP was 70/30 by the time they got it out, and my lips had turned blue. I was very sick in my room. I was bleeding through my internal stitches, coming in and out in consciousness, and was vomiting all the while my nurse was trying to track my husband down. My surgeon called him, but he didn't answer. I'm very thankful for the sweet nurse who took care of me and reassured me. It's the next day now, and I'm very emotional and angry about the whole ordeal. My husband did not apologize and has been incredibly defensive about the whole thing. His explanation for leaving was, and I quote, "I went out and got lunch, and then I was getting gas because I was low from driving your ass around. The surgery was supposed to be an hour. How was I supposed to know your heart could have stopped?" I told him he had one job, which was to stay with me and tell me what the surgeon says. I could get over him leaving if he was apologetic or remorseful, but I am shocked at his words and how little he seems to care for someone he claims to love. In his defense, He cared for me last night when we got home, but left today after we argued. I'm sure I'm just still really emotional from anesthesia and being a bit dramatic, but I can't even look at him the same. He's usually attentive and caring, so I'm baffled. I'm sure he thought the chances of anything going wrong were very slim, but I can't understand his thought process. I sat for hours and hours during all of my mother's breast cancer procedures and was nervous to even leave for a minute to get food. God forbid I don't have cancer because I don't trust him with anything medical now. Anyway, I'm sure what I hope to get from writing this to strangers is... I don't even know. Just need to vent, I suppose. Am I the asshole here? Red flags! Oh. Dump his ass. Red flags. Red flags. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, not the arsehole is an understatement. What kind of Jesus Christ. Red flags indeed. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. But no. Like, if you have a partner that can look you dead in the eyes after leaving you for dead, their response is, well, how was I supposed to know your heart could have stopped? Dude, surgery? No shit. Every single surgery has a risk of a heart stopping. Every single one. The risk is lower in some the risk is lower, some the risk is higher. Depends how close to the heart you are. But every single fucking surgery has that risk, you fucking melon. Dude, get your head out of your ass, because it's clearly popping out your mouth and spouting a hell of a lot of bullshit. Oh my dear Lord, the red flags are insane. This squirrel has more empathy than this fucker. Yeah. Good gods. Castrate him. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. What the hell? What the fuck? Oh, that poor, poor woman. Oh my God, you do not deserve this. I hope you get free. That's some toxic ass shit. Jesus Christ. Yeah, thank God they don't have kids. Yeah, divorce. Leave his ass. I hope you signed a prenup, because fucking hell. If you cannot trust your husband with medical matters, you shouldn't be married to him. Because if you think about it, that's kind of the main job. Like, that's like, if you cannot trust your marriage partner, your husband, your wife, just your marriage partner, with you in a medical state, maybe not the best choice of partner. Like, that's kind of like half of their job is making sure you don't die. Like, they're getting tied to you legally because they're supposed to care that you don't die. Like, bro. Oh, God. Good lords. Good lords. Nah. Alright, I'm reloading a Beppers for that. I am reloading a Beppers. I think I've earned it after that shit. Jesus Christ. Yeah. It's like, Jesus. Like, at some point, all of us here have likely either A, had a family member in the hospital, or B, been the family member in the hospital. And either way, he still looks like a red-flagged fuckwit. Rest well, Nick, sweet dreams. Hi, Ash Betty. How are you? Welcome. Alrighty. I hope he steps on a thumbtack. Anyway. Am I the asshole for refusing to help my daughter help visit for my daughter-in-law and son since they won't allow me to stay in their home. My son married Sierra, fake names, and they live 2 states over. Sierra is from a culture where it's customary after she's given birth, she'll not do any household chores. The family members, mostly women, will go over and do all of those chores, so cooking, cleaning, shopping, etc. She explained this to me and it happens for a few weeks after the birth. She's not close to her family and it was asked of me to come up for a few weeks and do this. My son will be back on call a week and a half after she gives birth. She's supposed to give birth in about a month and I was talking about logistics of the whole thing. I asked where would I sleep and she informed me that I will need to get a hotel. This shocked me since they own a nice home. I thought it over and decided, no, I don't want to do this. I was already going to be doing them a huge favour by being a live-in maid. I was going to use all of my paid time off for this and now I'll also have to live in a hotel? This isn't even a culture I'm part of. I informed her that I will not be able to come up for the time she wanted if I have to stay in a hotel. I'm willing to come up for a weekend at most if I can't stay in their home. I got a call from my son and he is pissed. He told me that Sierra's been crying since that I'm being a dick, that I'm disrespecting her culture and rejecting her from my family, that he knows that I could afford this. I mean, yes, I could, but I don't want to pay thousands of dollars to be a maid. We got into an argument, and I explained my points about it, but he wasn't having it. Am I the asshole here? Ooh, no. No, I don't think she is. Like, yeah, sure. No, yeah, I don't think she's being the asshole. No, like, ultimately, she's not wrong in saying she's not part of the culture. And, like, yeah, like, the end of the day, like, it's not really her responsibility. Like, it's mostly, like, you know, the family members within that culture are the ones that do it. And it's very nice of her that she was willing to do it in the first one. But, like, literally, the only thing that OP requested in exchange for doing all of this for her was being able to stay at their home throughout the duration. That's it. And they had the audacity to go, no, go get a hotel, go pay for the hotel, and then come here and be a free maid. No, I don't think there is anyone on this planet, unless it's like part of your own personal culture, something you find very important. I don't think there's anyone on this planet who would pay to be a maid, like, to be like, Irina, how are you? Look, I'm sorry, okay, that just 𝐿 in general, like, just give me nightmares. Welcome. Hi, Ninis, how are you? Yeah, legit. Now, this is a face that I could stand. Ain't this an upgrade? Like, honestly, the 𝐿 is so yesterday. Now, this is a face. This is a face for the smegs. Okay. This is it. This is the man of your dreams. You give yourself a monopoly. Alright. Okay, minor tangent, but extremely important question. Alright, 𝐿, we all know what they look like. Tongue out, panting, eyes crossed, look like they need to be taken to a hospital. Alright. 𝐿. Let's think of this in the realm of heterosexuality to make it easy. The girl is wearing a classic AITA 𝐄𝐍𝐕𝐓𝐮𝐞𝐫, and the man looks like this. Now that's a match made in hell. That's the only time that I'd be able to tolerate an AITA 𝐄𝐍𝐕𝐓𝐮𝐞𝐫. Riz FaceTimes AITA 𝐄𝐍𝐕𝐓𝐮𝐞𝐫, let's go. Match made in hell. Real welcome. I did love your design, that was brilliant. Getting pregnant. Oh yeah, Rita, you know how it going. You're welcome. But yeah, AITA, not the arsehole. Honestly, the entitlement, fucking hell. Some people, am I right? Am I right? Match made by heaven. To speak in niche Reddit speak, match made by Kevin, if you know what I mean. Because damn, done. The real first love site. By losing himself right before the fall. Happy to give word pictures at any time and any day, just for you wonderful denizens here in chat. Alrighty. Am I the arsehole for telling my roommate I don't cook food she likes because I don't cook for her? No, but let us continue. I, 21 male, and my girlfriend, E, 20 female, live together with a roommate, A, 31 female. We all contribute equally to our monthly house food meant for everyone, not one specific person, budget. We can still have our own food, and as long as we communicate so nobody eats someone else's food. A couple of weeks ago, I made myself and E some spaghetti with the house food. Just noodles and generic brand canned sauce, nothing fancy. Quick and easy because I was feeling lazy. A was at work until late at night, and myself and my girlfriend ended up finishing all of the spaghetti. When A came home, she saw the dirty pot in the sink and made a comment about being sad that there was none saved for her. I asked if she wanted me to save some for her next time I made it, but she didn't really give me a straight answer. I got a feeling that she wanted me to, though, so I made a mental note to do that the next time I made spaghetti and moved on. A few days later, I made some pork chops. Again, nothing fancy. E wasn't hungry and didn't eat her portion, so I offered it to A when she came home. She accepted, however, when she put in the food in the microwave to warm it, she made a face as the smell hit her. She tried not to let me see, but I could tell she wasn't thrilled. She took the food into her room to eat, which isn't unusual for her, so I don't know if she finished it or what. Since then, whenever we're in the kitchen together and I'm cooking, she's been kind of hovering over my shoulder and trying to give me advice on how to season my food. And honestly, sometimes it is good advice. I'm one of those people who views cooking as a constant learning thing, so I don't mind taking suggestions. However, she gives me an attitude whenever I didn't do something like how she wanted or liked it. It was always subtle and unspoken, until yesterday. I was making spaghetti again. When I make spaghetti, I keep the noodles and sauce separate so everyone can choose how much sauce they want. A's seen me make spaghetti before, but this time she said I made it, quote unquote, the white people way. I feel it is important to note that she is also white. She said that I should mix the sauce in, and I told her that wasn't how I make it. She told me that she liked it better when it was pre-mixed, and here's where I maybe went too far. I told her I don't care how you like it, because I wasn't cooking it for her. I told her that when I cook, mine and my girlfriend's preferences are the only things I consider, because the food's being made for us, not for her. If she doesn't like it, she has her own food to make, and there's nothing stopping her from eating that. She got all huffy and stormed off, and later on E said my tone came off as a bit angry. I wasn't angry, I was just stating a fact, but maybe there was a way to put it more gently? I don't know. I'm told that I can sometimes come off as an arsehole without meaning to, and I have one of those resting faces that makes me look angry all the time, even when I'm not. So, am I the arsehole? No? No, not really. Like, honestly, it seemed all pretty well and happy until, like, she got huffy she wasn't getting the food. Like, I see you later. Nice username. Thank you for the follow, darling. I appreciate it. And welcome, welcome. Like, yeah, it was a blunt way to put it, but it was honest. Like, yeah, like, it's just, you know, you put your own sauce on the pasta, and, like, ultimately, like, you know, when food is left over, he's more than happy to leave it for her to have, and it's like, excluding the bit where she gets huffy and is like, nah, when he's like, I'm sorry, like, we don't make it for you. It seemed fine, because it's like, you know, it's collaborative. She was teaching him how to cook, and he was letting her have the food, and she was just kind of being a bit of a red flag when it wasn't her flavored. But, like, it's so petty, though. Like, I like my spaghetti better when it's pre-mixed. Like, it's sauce and noodles. Like, just put the sauce on the noodles and stir it with a fork, and then it's pre-mixed. Like, this is a mountain out of a molehill. This is a nothing burger with nothing cheese. Like, what is this argument? This is so dumb. Just, alright, fine. No sauce for you. So petty. It's like, it's like, no. It's like, it's sauce on noodles. Come on. Mountain out of an anthill. Oh my god. Like, why? That's so dumb. Honestly, Rena, yeah. Like, if you are too lazy to put sauce, this is like sauce that has already been cooked, on top of noodles that have already been cooked, I think you have a problem. Because, bruh, it's not that hard. If you got working limbs, it's surprisingly easy, you lazy. Oh my lord. Hi, AITA 𝐄𝐍𝐕𝐓𝐮𝐞𝐫. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it, darling, and welcome, welcome. Oh, now, we don't put our own sauce on our noodles. What are we, plebeians? Oh my god. And, like, that's the other thing as well. It's like, he makes them separate, right? So they can choose how much sauce they want in it. She likes it pre-mixed. However, and here's another, like, disturbingly obvious solution. Okay, you want your noodles pre-mixed. You want them mixed in the pan. Okay, then let him and his girlfriend get their noodles and put their sauce on their noodles, and then once they have gotten their noodles, hear me out, this is going to blow your minds. She can take the pot with the sauce, you ready for it? And then put the noodles in it. And then stir it a little bit. And then it's pre-mixed. Like, come on! And then you can put your precious pre-mixed spaghetti on the plate. I know, right? This is like space travel level genius right here. Hi, Briss PM. Welcome, welcome. Oh my god. Yeah, it's easy. Like, come on. Why? I'm convinced some people out there just like arguing. Like, maybe it's just their hobby. Maybe they just really like arguing. I don't know. Maybe they just wake up every morning and go, today has just been far too easy. Everyone's too happy and they're getting along too well. Everyone's a little too chummy around here. I need to be petulant. Gotta keep them on their toes. Some people just wake up and... I mean, honestly, Shara, clearly she couldn't stir the pot if she tried. It's just like all Italians just crying in the background. Thank you. I will be here all night. Anyway. Oh, I can't do that, Eisen. God, this is why I love the Am I the Arsehole subreddit. Because it's like, for every like 3 genuinely serious situations, you will get something so bafflingly stupid you need to like load. You need to physically be like, like, what? How did we get here? Alrighty. Am I the asshole for telling my ex-fiancée she can fuck off for asking me for decor tips? My 42 female and ex-fiancé, me 42 female and my ex 47 male divorced 1 year ago. Shortly thereafter, his girlfriend, aka the person he cheated on me with, moved into the home we previously shared. I told him to keep whatever because I went to live abroad and basically just wanted out. I wasn't even mad at him for cheating. It was a dead marriage and his affair being exposed became the catalyst for our divorce. So we got divorced and she moved in. We hadn't talked after because there was nothing left to discuss post-divorce. Then a week ago, I get a message from her. It was really upbeat and, "Oh, I like the style of your house so much. Where did you get this fixture and this pieces of furniture?" I sat with it for a day and finally decided to message her that, since she had it all figured out, she could figure it out. She asked what I meant and I told her she obviously had everything my ex could ever want, and I was the one who didn't want, so she shouldn't try to imitate me. He clearly had a taste for something different. She messaged me back saying that she was trying to pay me a compliment. Then my ex texted me saying that we were amicable before, and he didn't understand why I was causing an issue now. He's right that we were both over our marriage, but I felt like her trying to take over where I left off aesthetically was just too much. My friends and family are divided. Am I the arsehole? No. Like, no. That's kind. It's just a weird situation. Like, see you, Akala. You will always be welcome here. But like, what is with these mountains out of molehills tonight? Honestly, we got 2 bangers in a row. Like, I really want to know what was going through the ex's fiance's head. Like, I can believe, like, yeah, I you know, it seemed like a genuinely upbeat message. I can believe they were being genuine. I want to believe they were being genuine, being like, oh, you know, I'm going to compliment her because she designed the house really well. But, like, I also want to know, how the hell did she get to that point? Hi, your cat gamer Ash. Welcome in. It's a pleasure to meet you, and thank you so much for the follow. I truly appreciate it, darling. Welcome to the Uncanny Valley. But, like, how do you make those mental gymnastics to go from, like, okay, I really like the decor. Fair. Okay. Understandable. The one who picked the decor was the ex-wife of the man that I helped cheat on her with, which caused the divorce, and she moved overseas. How do you be like, okay, I love the decor of the place that I home wrecked and came into. How do you not feel like the shame? Like, where's the shame? Like, there should be a bit in there going, oh, it would be really strange of me to message and be like, hey, I like your decor, when it's all bad vibes. I know, right, Mai? Either she's the snarky type, or her head is empty. Either this is smooth brain or bitchy. It's one of the two options. I want to believe in smooth brain, but yeah, it's either A, she was trying to be a bitch, or B, she was just the brain cell was not with her that day. It went overseas too. Oh god. Yeah. I know, right, mate? The shade. Honestly, now OP got some zingers, but yeah, honestly, just from everything, I think it was just smooth brain, but the worst foot in mouth smooth brain you can be. If you are going to play the role of a home wrecker, at least don't get overly familiar with the person who got basically kicked out of the home you wrecked. Cordially polite's probably the best you're ever gonna get. Oh, not the arsehole, and also, someone needs to talk to this poor lady and let her know that, oh, honey, no sucking on toes, because your foot's in your mouth, darling. Alright. Oh, thank you, Ken. I'm glad you like my model. I made it myself. And I'm glad you like my TikToks as well. Honestly, it feels strange actually being active on TikTok again. Alrighty. Am I the arsehole for telling my parents they had to sell my vehicle back to me? My parents love all of their kids. They just have a soft spot for my somewhat useless brother. He can't win. He's almost 30, and he has never had a steady job. Just a series of Joe jobs, wearing a name tag and a hat. Whenever I buy myself a new car, I give my old one to my parents. I could trade them in, but I can afford to help my parents out. My cars are usually 6 years old and maybe have 30,000 miles. I rarely drive. The last car I gave them was a Jeep Patriot. It was loaded. I could have traded in for $9,000. Instead, I sold it to my dad for $1. He had it for 6 months before he gave it to my brother. And my brother sold it for $12,000. I could have done that. My whole idea was for my parents to have a good car with no maintenance issues. I just got a new Bronco, so I talked to my parents. I said that the only way that I would give them the Ram was if we had a contract stating that if they sold it in the next 5 years, they had to sell it back to me for $1. They said that I was treating them like children and that once it was their truck, they could do whatever they wanted with it. I agreed that was fair. So I sold my truck privately and I got $27,000 for it. I used that as part of my purchase of my new Bronco. My dad saw my new vehicle and asked when I was going to drop off the trunk. I told him I sold it. Him and my mum are upset. Him and my mum are now upset because they are now driving a 12-year-old Kia shitbox. But that's not really my problem. I tried to help them and it clearly wasn't good enough for them. My parents think I went back on my word, but I never promised them anything. I only ever offered them a deal. Am I the arsehole here? No! I mean, for one, man must be shitting money because you can afford to keep buying cars over and over again? Bloody hell. How much moolah you got to be looking at like a 12-year-old car and going, oh, that's an ancient piece of garbage? Are you kidding? Nuh-uh. If it's your first car, that thing's shinier than a goddamn bloody new necklace. Like, oh my god, like, for there to have been multiple cars in this cycle, like, either this man does nothing but buy cars, or he is loaded. Oh my dear god. With that being said, though, absolutely not the arsehole. Hi, Iggy, how are you? Welcome, welcome. I know it. Yeah, it's like you had to pay a singular dollar. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, really, all he offered was, it's very clear. It's very clear. Like, okay, he gave you a car. A Jeep Patriot. I don't know a lot about cars, but I know Jeeps are good cars. And he was like, yep, here's a car. I'll sell it to you for $1. And there was, nothing attached. That was kind of it. He was like, yep, all right, that's the deal. And then they gave it to the deadbeat brother, who immediately sold it. Which obviously is insulting, because the idea wasn't for him to have extra money. It was for the parents to have a decent car. And surprisingly, the parents wouldn't have a quote-unquote 12-year-old Kia shitbox if they didn't give away the nice Jeep Patriot to their trash kid, who immediately sold it. The smarter thing to do would have been to keep the Jeep, which was the gift to them, and then maybe give the shitbox to the other kid. Because then nobody gets their foot stepped on. The gift goes to the intended recipient. The brother gets a car that he can sell for pittance if he really wants to. And the parents don't completely fuck up this really good arrangement they've got with their strangely rich child. Like, come on. But, like, 12-year-old Chip, you're just being fussy. Like, come on. Ah. Hi, Netizen1435. Thank you for the follow, darling, and welcome, welcome. Oh, thank you, Iggy. I'm glad you like my design. I worked very hard on it. Mwah. Yeah, it's like not rocket surgery. Like, come on, there was a solution. They just didn't want to pick it, and then it wasn't like he was like, all right, no more cars. He just went to them and went, okay, I'll, same thing, give you the car, but you can't sell it for 5 years. Basically, like, you have to, like, this is a gift. You have to keep it and use it. And, like, for them to, like, not agree, like, I mean, it's like going into a car yard and being like, I want this car. And then they respond with, that's $800, please. And then you respond with, nah. And then you leave. And then you come back months later. And the car is gone. And then you go to the dealer, where the fuck's my car? Well, you didn't sign or do shit, so we just sold it to someone else. Duh. And yeah, obviously there's a few more layers in that, but like that's the basis of it. Like, you did not agree. He offered you a really good deal of like, keep the car for 5 years and I'll sell it to you for $1. Otherwise you've just got to sell it back if you don't want it. And that's it. Like, all they needed to do was go, sure, okay. And then they'd have the new car. Like, just, bro, where are the brain cells tonight? Oh my god. Mountains out of molehills, dear Lord. Yeah, but honestly, I'd kill for a 12-year-old Kia shitbox because it's better than my invisible mobile. I know, right? Oh my god, Rita. Yep. Oh god. Oh god. My. You just get back and there's just poor decrepit card that's like, I waited for you. Oh no, encyclopedia, no. Alrighty. Am I the asshole for telling her to stop spending $45 on burgers weekly? What? My male 42 sister-in-law 33 recently started selling burgers on Saturdays. She works a 9 to 5 Monday to Friday office job with a good salary. But she recently discovered she's pregnant with her ex's baby. He's no longer in the picture, so she's selling burgers for extra income. Now, every Saturday, my wife, 40, buys burgers for our family, 3 kids, 12, 10, and 8. My issue is that my sister-in-law sells every burger for $9. So 5 burgers is $45. The burgers are tasty, don't get me wrong, but she's using my mother-in-law's recipe that my wife also knows, so I don't know why she would spend $45 weekly on burgers when my wife can make identical ones at home and we would spend less money on ingredients. To be clear, technically we can afford sister-in-law's burgers comfortably. I just don't see why we should when there are cheaper options. I tried to talk about it with my wife and she said she mostly buys because she wants to support her sister. I told her it's not our job to support her sister. Ugh. Besides, as I said, the burgers are tasty and every weekend they're sold out in a couple of hours, so I don't think losing our 5 burgers would put a dent in her business. Yesterday, I told my wife again we shouldn't buy burgers, and she asked me why I cared if she was buying them from her money, not our money. We each have an account and a joint account. And I told her it's not about that. I just don't think it's sensible to spend $45 every weekend on burgers when she already knows the recipe. She said that she'll be spending $36 then, because she won't be buying mine anymore if it bothered me so much. That's exactly what she said. She bought burgers for our kids and her, and didn't buy one for me. Which, okay, anyway, I got a Big Mac for cheaper. So I thought we were okay, but she's been acting as if she's mad at me since yesterday. I fail to see why she is mad. Am I the arsehole? Yikes. Yeah. Dude. Bro. There's so many layers of you being an asshole here. Oh my god. Like, I think the cherry on the cake is I failed to see why she was mad. Read what you wrote, you idiot. Like, you literally explained in about 3 different ways why she's mad. Oh, comment section. Alright, comment section summary is definitely, you're the asshole. And, like, most people are basically going, bro. Like, essentially, 1, it is your wife's sister. She's doing this business so that she can support her, her growing kid in her, in her belly, because she's pregnant. Okay. So, 1, she buys the burgers, $45 for 9 burgers. Oh, sorry, 5 burgers. She gets the 5 burgers every Saturday, $45, because she wants to support her sister-in-law. Which alone is enough of a reason. Like, that's enough of a reason. 2 is the fact that, like, he's just there being like, why would you spend $45 a week on burgers? Go make them yourselves. The get back in the kitchen energy is so disgusting. Like, maybe, just maybe, she doesn't want to cook for your fucky ass for once. Maybe she wants to enjoy a meal without slaving over it first, because clearly with your attitude you make her cook dinner every night. Because he wouldn't be acting like this if he knew shit in the kitchen. Fucking hell. Like, so clearly it's like, get in the kitchen, and finally, which is the real ringer, like Rita said, that's not even his fucking money. She's not even using the joint account. She's using her money out of her own account. Bro, if she came home with an armful of bloody hot boy anime figures every weekend, if it was coming out of her own funny money, you can still fuck off. Like, it's not your money, mate. Like, do not tell anyone else how to spend their money. Because, bro... Hey, Aster and Ataster, how are you? And welcome to the Uncanny Valley. But just, bro, like, dude, I'm just... Duh. And he's just here like, oh, fine, she didn't buy me, but I got a Big Mac for cheaper. So it's like, okay, so you're implying that the Big Mac is just as good as these nice burgers, so you're also insulting the sister-in-law's cooking, even though you're claiming that the burgers are tasty and worth the money. Like, dude, in this economy, getting Uber Eats twice will be more than $45. For a family of 5, one singular Uber Eats is over $45. Like, it's very likely she probably is getting, like, the no tips, like, family rate. Like, dude, it is her money. It is her decision. If she wants to and she's getting tasty burgers, and the kids clearly love it. You are just an entitled fuckwit. Like, an entitled, controlling fuckwit. And just... to cap that post off with, I fail to see why she's mad. Like, bro, read your own fucking message. Dude. Oh, just, this should go in r/whoosh because it's gone over his fucking head. Oh my God, like, Jesus. If he wants to cheap out, then he can make the burgers with the recipe. Like, oh, what a entitled prick. Absolutely the arsehole. Ooh, let's see some comment catharsis. Alright. Alright, let's see. You're the arsehole. I was going to say not the arsehole until I got to the part where you say that you guys have separate accounts and a joint account, and she's buying the burgers from her own money. Quote unquote, we aren't buying the burgers, she is, from her separate money. Does she micromanage how you spend your money? What if she instead just gave her sister $45 a week from her own money in exchange for no burgers? What business is that of yours? And like, oh my God, just, oh my God, just shitty entitlement, like, dude, like, everyone's like, yeah, you've literally got like, oh, here's another, like, you're the arsehole. She told you that she buys it because she wants to support her sister. I don't think you understand the difference between supporting her sister do something really freaking good. She is going to be a single mom to Yell's niece or nephew, and the sister-in-law is not asking for handouts. She started a business. Your wife is supporting her sister doing something really good for herself and her future baby. You're not paying the sister's rent. You aren't giving her money. You're buying burgers that y'all enjoy and can afford, and by doing so, helping a kid. It's like when you buy Girl Scout cookies, also yum, or whatever. And, quote unquote, I just don't think it's sensible to spend $45 every weekend on burgers when she already knows the recipe. God forbid one of your family members goes through a tough time. Now, not only do you want your wife to stop supporting your sister, who again is asking for nothing, just trying to get a life set up for a baby, you want your wife to buy the ingredients and make burgers for you herself? Not a very smart thing to say. I think your sister-in-law is a class act. She was dealt a tough hand. She's rising to the occasion. She's hurting your family zero. Let your wife do something nice for your sister and nibbling. Hi, Jerry Mochi, how are you? Welcome. Yeah, literally everyone's being like, you're an absolute arsehole. Like, absolutely. Pop off comments, appreciate. Yes, welcome. Yeah, like, oh my God. You get some pricks in here, but that gent there was a whopper. Massive prick. Honestly, that man was such a dick, he should open up an OnlyFans. Alright. Would I be the arsehole if I refused to buy a tacky painting my sister-in-law made for my family? My daughter and I love reading these together. Now it's my turn to ask for judgment. I'm 52 female, and this situation concerns my husband's brother, Drew, 59 male, and his wife of 5 years, Suzanne, 35 female. Drew supports Suzanne on his income while she focuses on her dreams of being an artist. She makes paintings of people and animals and has a website where she advertises her work for sale. Privately, I don't think her art is very good. It's absolutely better than what I could do.
Hello there.
But it doesn't look professional, if you know what I mean. My husband feels the same, so we have not opted to purchase any of her art, despite her dropping hints here and there about it. Hi, Jink wasn't found. Thank you for the follow, darling, and the stretch, hydrate, and hello. Welcome, welcome. All right, let me have my hydrate quick. Stretch. Yeah. All right. Brr. The art on her site is priced in the $3,000 to $5,000 range. I realize that labor and cost of materials must be taken into account, but given the quality, those prices seem outrageous to me. I suspect she's not making regular sales because she started making portraits of friends, family, or pets as a surprise, and usually said family and friends end up feeling obligated to buy the painting as a courtesy. Unfortunately, my husband and I were the latest victims of this sales tactic. My son recently proposed to his girlfriend, and we took the two of them, his girlfriend's parents, and our daughter to a fancy dinner to celebrate. Both my kids posted pictures from the dinner on social media. Without telling anyone, Suzanne decided to make a painting of one of these pictures, of everyone smiling for the camera. She revealed the big surprise at a party she and Drew hosted 2 weeks ago. The painting is a whopping 40 by 58 inch, and honestly, I think it's awful, kitsch and tacky. I told Suzanne it was sweet of her to commemorate such a special moment in our family, but I carefully avoided saying anything about liking it. As I feared, she kept dropping hints throughout the party about how we can buy it as a wedding gift, and she'd be happy to give us a big discount off what she would charge someone else. Who else would buy it? I politely dodged these hints, and she was clearly disappointed. Over the weekend, Drew reached out to my husband to say that Suzanne feels hurt that we never made an offer. He said it's becoming obvious as the years go by that we've never purchased one of her pieces, and even though we have the means to do so, and it would mean a lot to them if we buy the painting. Her original asking price was $2,500, and Drew said he'll reduce it further to $1,900. It's not about the money, not entirely. It's the principle of the thing. I feel like I'm being strong-armed into paying for something I never asked for, don't like, and don't have space for in my house. I asked, and my son and his fiancée don't want it. My husband thinks we should just buy it to keep the peace in the family and avoid a potential rift with Suzanne and Drew. He also says the way I talk makes me sound like a snob, even though I'd never share these opinions with anyone I know about him. Would I be the arsehole if I stand my ground and refuse? No, honestly. And thank you for the follow, Cookies, love you, I appreciate it, darling, thank you, welcome, welcome. That's a really, really underhanded tactic. It would be one thing, it would be completely different if she was doing these paintings and then just giving them to the people. Kind of like, hey, I drew this picture of you, here you go, and then kind of being like, here you go, and by the way, if you want anything else I make, here's my website. That is a really good business tactic. It's basically the equivalent of handing out free commission samples. However, doing a painting that no one asked for, and then going up to the people who are in the painting that you've made that no one's asked for, and being like, hey, I made this painting. Can I have $2,500 now, please? Fuck off. And I can say this as a professional artist. That's what I am. I've actually got kind of some credence here. I'm a digital artist, sure, but I am actually a fucking artist. And I am saying this from the perspective of someone who literally part-times as a freelance artist, for fuck's sake. This is a really shitty thing to do. Like, this is the, you know those, like, scams that go around on, like, Twitter and stuff, where, like, you'll have these people, like, you know, like, the people who, like, slide into your DMs, and they're just there, like, you know, you want to commission me, but, like, there are a couple of them that go the extra mile, in that they'll be like, hey, like, they'll say, it's like, hey, how are you? Can you commission me? And then you'll be like, oh, no, sorry, you know, the standard, like, song and dance. But there are occasionally ones that'll pop in, and they'll have already drawn a picture of your character, yourself, something of yours. And then they'll be like, here's this picture I drew. When are you gonna pay me? You know how everyone literally despises this kind of person? Like, fuck off. Fan art is one of the kindest things you can do for someone as an artist. It is a way of showing how much you care, and because the amount of time and dedication that works into work. There's, like, fan art is one of the kindest things you can ever do. And pre-drawing a commission you were never asked for is one of the shittiest things you can do. Literally, if you want to draw a fan art, go ahead, absolutely. Draw whatever you would like. That would be amazing. Doesn't matter skill level, doesn't matter any of it. It's the time and heart that goes into it that means the world to us. But if you slide in my DMs with a fan art and try and charge me for it, I will block your ass. And I will not hoard your art forever, because it will be an insult. Because that's scam behavior, I'm sorry. And this is just a real life version of that, but at a far, far worse scale. Because the people who slide in your DMs and drive everyone fucking insane, they're usually just, like, begging for, like, 50 to 100 bucks. And that's still absolutely uncalled for, because you just do not do that. And it's shitty, and it never works for a reason. And if it does work, I guarantee you've made an enemy for life, because that person will literally never commission you, and they will warn everyone they know to avoid you like the plague. Like, it is the worst thing you can do if you want to be a professional artist. Don't go around bugging people directly for commissions, or pre-drawing commissions and expecting payment. You will get yourself blacklisted everywhere. People talk. Trust me. People talk. God, but, like, yeah, it's no wonder no one's buying her paintings. Like, she's strong-arming people into it. And they're clearly all talking amongst themselves, going like, oh dear God, like, you believe it's done? Like, yeah, like, oh my God. Alright, I'll pay you in Bogan AITA 𝐄𝐍𝐕𝐓𝐮𝐞𝐫. But, like, yeah, like, ultimately, it's just, it's so shitty and just so counterproductive, and to ask for that much money for what's essentially fucking fan art of, like, their family members. You were doing fan art of your family members and expecting them to drop multiple grand? Dude! No! Fuck off! Oh my God. Nah. Like, I'm all for an artist trying to get their bag, but, like, with a shred of morality, please. Like, earn your bag. Earn your bag. And by that I mean, don't try and scam your way into the bag. That's all you've got to do. Just don't try and scam your way into the bag. Oh, good Lord. Oh, it's so shit. It's like a... It's just like... Yeah, like, nah. Yeah, bro said I drew you, now pay. It's like the evil antithesis to the draw me guy. Like pretty much every artist here, or everyone who's been close with an artist, is familiar with the draw me guy, aka That motherfucker who sees you drawing and starts being like, hey, 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 draw me, oi, draw me, can you draw me? Can you draw me? They're not willing to pay you for it. Oh no, this isn't a commission. They just want you to draw them for free. That's the free art motherfucker, the fucking draw me's. She is like the artist antithesis to the draw me. Instead of the hey, 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 draw me, hey, draw me. She's going, I drew you, hey, hey, I drew you, pay me now, hey, I drew you, now pay me now, I drew you, now pay me now. And people are like, fuck off. Like, honestly, on principle, I will never commission someone who comes to me first in that kind of matter. I will never commission someone who slides in my DMs on Twitter or anywhere else asking me to commission them. Because if I want to commission someone, I will go to them. Because usually I want to commission them for a reason. Whereas it just feels. Let's be honest. If just those people who slide into people's DMs and be like, "Hey, commission me," and they're either trying to do the fake friendship and they'll be like, commission me, right? And they try and sell it to you, mate. I'm sorry, you're just a fucking texting telemarketer. And you know what happens to telemarketers? They get blocked. God. Yeah. Good Lord, nah, just Gives the Heart is a bad name, man. I'd like to see her and Draw Me meet each other. Honestly, we're like a pack of seagulls. Oh, draw me, I drew you. A match made now. Alrighty. Am I the arsehole for refusing to financially support my sister because she chose to become a single mother? Ooh, this is a finicky title. Hi, 𝐄𝐍𝐕𝐓𝐮𝐞𝐫, welcome. I, 32 male, have a sister, Emily, 34 female, who's always wanted to be a mother, but she hasn't been able to find the right partner. After years of waiting, I suggested she consider IVF treatment. I even helped her research the process and find clinics. She loved the idea and decided to go ahead with it. Emily had the financial means to afford IVF on her own, but it meant she had to cut back on creature comforts and luxuries for the foreseeable future. 2 months ago, after her 4th round of treatment, she got pregnant. The whole family is very happy for her, and she's happy too. She didn't expect it to take so many rounds of treatment, though, so the bill ended up higher than what she was prepared for. She does have enough money to support herself, but not very comfortably. So she asked our family for help so she wouldn't have to make even more sacrifices. Our parents are retired and living on a fixed income, so they can't contribute much. And this leaves me as her main source of potential financial support. Last week, Emily sat me down and asked me for money. I have no issue with people choosing to be single parents if they can afford it, but I don't believe it's fair to ask others for finance to finance such a personal choice, especially when there are significant long-term financial commitments involved. I have a wife and a newborn son. While we do have some extra money, we're using it to keep our little family comfortable and save for a bigger house. Currently, we live in a single bedroom condo. I told Emily that I wouldn't be able to help her foot the bill. Emily was heartbroken and furious. She argued that family is supposed to support each other and that I'm being selfish and judgmental. Our parents are also upset with me, saying that I'm not being a good brother. They think I should help her because she's family and this is her dream. They're especially upset because it was my idea and I helped her research it. I offered to help Emily by letting her eat dinner with us nightly since she lives nearby and letting her use my car, which is cheaper to run since it's electric. But she said that's not nearly enough. I have my own family to think about and financial goals to achieve. I feel it's unreasonable to put myself in a difficult financial position for something that is Emily's personal choice, even if I had initially suggested it. So, am I the arsehole for not supporting her financially? ETA. My sister, and for extra context, my sister is a homeowner with a slightly bigger house than mine, making slightly more money than I do. She can absolutely afford a child. She took from savings to pay for the 4th round of IVF and is rebuilding it as fast as possible by not spending. It isn't like she didn't budget, she just doesn't like being frugal. She also didn't take me up on the offer to temporarily trade cars and eat dinner with my family nightly. IVF was not my first suggestion. She wouldn't adopt because she wants a biological child. She did not use donor IUI because she wanted PGT done to ensure she'd have a boy because that's what she wanted since high school. I was not involved in her treatment or consultation, and I don't agree with her decision. I helped her research because I was trying to be a good brother. Am I the arsehole? No. Hey! Hi, Mikatama. Hi, Raiders. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Alright, so we just finished an AITA story, an Am I the Arsehole story. And to summarize it, basically, OP's sister decided to get IVF in order to get pregnant. She didn't want to choose any of the cheaper options because she specifically wanted a boy. This treatment cost a bit more than expected, so she turned to her family to ask for money to support her. The catch is, she earns more than the rest of them, and she just needs to save money to put it back into her savings. So basically, she kind of turned to her family and went, "Oh no, I've got to save money because I took it out of my savings for my IVF treatments that I chose to do so I could be a parent. And now I'm not going to be able to have my $10 lattes daily. So, can you guys give me money instead?" Like, no, I'm sorry, like, no. Like, you either A, can, like, deal with being frugal and put your savings back together, or B, live paycheck to paycheck and just go fuck it. That's your choice. Like, absolutely not the arsehole. Oh my god, though. How is your stream, by the way, Mika? And welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, sister is definitely the arsehole. 100%. Ooh. Give me a quick moment. I'm going to shed myself of my robe. It's getting warm. I've got the heater on so the cats don't die. But, like, I am slowly dying because I am pasty. I know, right? Like, oh my god, you actually have to save your money. Holy shit. Oh, thank you, Mika. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like my model. Thank you. I made it myself. So, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Mwah. Alrighty. But yes, I'm glad your stream went well, though. That's brilliant. By the way, if you need to, like, die, full respect. Yeah, I made it myself. I'm my own artist, I'm my own rigger, I'm my own designer, and I died for this. I'm DIY, baby. Look, in the realm of VTubers, you have two types. Your standard VTubers, who will go to artists and get their commissions. And then you have poor people who can draw, who will go to themselves. I am a poor people who can draw. Oh my god, Mika. Yep, you know where I'm coming from. You feel my pain. It's so nice to have some solidarity. So yeah, like, I'm just convinced that the VTuber community
is full of just like normal VTubers, and then just like it's almost like, you know, those like those memes, like, you know, like there's like, you know, like say like there'll be like 10 mushrooms, but one is clearly just like a tiny dude with a hat. Like the whole like imposter, like the imposter thing. It's kind of like in the realm of VTubers. You have like, imagine 10 VTubers in the world. One is an imposter. That's not a VTuber. That's a poor artist who cheaped out. And it's like, yeah, that's right. I DIY'd this shit, baby. The upside, of course, is when you do things yourself, you do not need to budget. If the art is free, if the rig is free because you do it yourself, then DIY gives more power. However, it turns out editing and limits are there for a reason. And when you are your own artist and your own rigger, you do not have to budget. Which means the power of shiny will steal your soul. My model is like 100% being like, oh my god, that's not fair. I want that. And repeat. Basically, like, all of the cool features of my model can originate to me seeing it somewhere and being a jealous bitch. It's like, 90-degree head turn? That's so cool! I want that. Oh my god, lean toggle? That's so cool! I want that. Oh my god, you can change your clothes! That's so cool! I want that! And repeat, and then my model ended up being a gigabyte. So what did I learn? That Live 2D has a limit, and that's it. Exactly, Mars. You get me, you get me. Honestly, if I got 100 grand, bro, that's life changing. Like, I'm the kind of pov where like 10 grand would change my life, man. Like, I'm not like pov, but like I am definitely like minimum wage. Alright. Am I the asshole for telling my sister it's too late for apologies? Oh, drama. My sister and her 2 kids moved in with us after she was facing homelessness after being evicted from her place. She's become very clingy with me. I have to repeatedly tell my wife and I, but we are not watching your kids. We gave you a place to stay. We have constantly reminded her to clean up after her and her children and to not let her kids destroy things. She's being envious she'll get envious if my wife and I go out, and has made comments like that. It must be nice if my wife buys new clothes or something designer. She has been repeatedly talked to about this and told to stop. Last night, my wife and I went on a date night to go out and see a live show and get sushi. My sister is waiting up for us close to 1 a.m. and yells at us at how we didn't bring her or the kids something. How is it so mean that we flaunt our lifestyle while her kids are struggling, and the least we could do is bring her and her kids home something? It's 1 a.m. Her kids aren't even awake. My sister said she deserves a little treat time to time and more say around the home. My wife flips on her and tells my sister that she needs to move out ASAP. She doesn't want her toxic ass in the home anymore, and if she's not out in 30 days, she'll be getting the court and child services involved to remove them from the home. And my wife told my sister how she's a mentally unstable, unfit mother. My sister acted like I would protect her and called my wife a bitch, and saying that I wouldn't let that happen. I told my sister my wife can do as she wants, as it's her home too. My sister is the one that made herself unwelcome. My sister didn't apologize, but made us breakfast this morning, and my wife threw the plate of food away and told my sister 29 days. My wife left to go speak to one of her cousins, who was a lawyer, this morning. My sister acted all innocent in front of her kids, who could tell their aunt's attitude was off. My sister tried apologizing to me after my wife left, and I told her it's probably too late for that because my wife is getting the official paperwork now. Am I the asshole for saying that? Honestly, no. Like, it sounds like she's basically taken advantage of this couple ever since she's moved in. Of course, have a wonderful rest, dear Kizime. And it seems like the wife just hit the breaking point with it. And honestly, if I let someone who was a family member stay in my home for a long period of time, and they spent that entire time, like, fucking around with everything, messing up the place, like, constantly being a nuisance, leaving it dirty and unclean, constantly, like, guilt-tripping me for, like, not being in a terrible situation, like, I would admit, I would eventually turn around and be like, okay, you need to leave. Like, it's that, yeah, it's yeah, such choosy beggars, a little bit, yeah, like, it's that whole, like, you are a guest here, so act like it. At least respect what you're saying, you know? Like, at least respect your environment, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, it's one of those, like, bittersweet, like, the kids don't deserve any of it. I feel bad for the kids, honestly. Like, however, ah. Oh, thank you so much for the resub, darling Clay. I appreciate it. Thank you. Mwah. Yeah, ultimately, it's kind of a beggars can't be choosers situation, and she well overstepped, and ultimately she kind of did this to herself. And it's a shame, and those kids don't deserve it. And I do hope she finds another place to stay, but ultimately, she did it to herself. Like, it's one of those, like, I mean, what can you do? It's, you shot yourself in the foot in that one. It's like, and ultimately, it was the AITA of foretelling her in the first place, and I'd say no. Because it seemed like he was just going, like, I'm sorry, like, it's too late now, like, maybe if she'd apologized straight away, she might have had a shot, but she didn't. She put it off, and a window's closed, and yeah, and because of her kids are going to suffer for it, and that's a genuine shame. And at the very least, I hope she's at least able to get, like, someone to mind the kids or something briefly, but, like, oh, it's one of those, like, sticky situations, like, those poor kids do not deserve it, but she does. And in an ideal world, yeah, like I said, in an ideal world, both the sister keep the kids. Because the kids seem like mild menaces, but that's just what kids are. So, like, alrighty. Am I the arsehole for telling the family therapist my dad and stepmom refused to do the homework assigned and didn't follow her advice? No? Just straight, no? I think that's what you're supposed to tell the family therapist? The truth? Otherwise, what's the point of having a family therapist? I, 16 male, am in therapy with my dad and stepmom. It's been 3 or 4 months of therapy now. We started going because my stepmom wants a different relationship with me than I want with her. Her feelings were getting hurt, and I was getting frustrated with feeling like what I wanted didn't matter, and that her wants were the priority. Stepmom has been stepmom since I was 9, and I've known her since I was 9. I didn't really get a lot of time in between meeting her and her marrying Dad to get to know her well because she moved states to live with us. I lost my mum when I was 5. She wanted us to have a mum-son dynamic. I saw her as family, sure, but not as a mum or even an actual parent. I do respect her, and I think she's nice, and I think she's funny, and we'd be friends easier if I'd have been older, but I don't want another mum. Her giving birth to my half-siblings didn't change that for me, but having them made her eager for more. She calls me her son all of the time. I have voiced that before that I wish that she would say stepson. I was ignored, and it was never addressed. When we started therapy, I had mentioned that was something I disliked. She had talked about how she disliked me calling her by her name, how she wanted something more formal between us, like mama or something. Dad said he wanted me to embrace having a second mum. He wanted me to let my stepmom be my second mum. I was honest that I feel like my voice doesn't matter when they ignore me asking her to call me a stepson. I explained why I want that, why I feel as I do. They tried to dismiss it, but the therapist told them to stop. She told them that me feeling like it lessens my mum is valid, that many kids and adults feel the same way. And while that could change if I wanted it to, if I wanted to work on that, if not, it was something that they would need to accept. 2 weeks ago, she gave us quote-unquote homework. She wanted us to sit down and discuss outside of therapy the whole son/mama thing and come back to her with notes from it. She also wanted my stepmom to call me her stepson for a week. They didn't do any of that. I told the therapist during our session last week. I said they refused to sit with me, true, and she never once called me her stepson. I was asked to sit out for the rest of the session, and she had it just them and her that day. They are so pissed at me. They told me I'd done that to spite them, and it's not fair that my stepmom has to do the work, but not me, and she's right while I'm wrong. Am I the asshole? No. Dude. I stand by what I said before I even started reading this. That's what you're supposed to do in therapy. If you are lying to your therapist, you are not doing your therapy right. Like, God damn, the whole point of a therapist is they're supposed to help you work through your issues. If you're lying to her, she can't help you work through your fucking issues.
Westwell Nova Sweet Dreams.
Yeah, like, honestly, I agree with Lassie, like...
Hi, 𝐿𝐍𝐕𝐓𝐿𝐿, welcome.
I'll be honest, I haven't watched Dragon Ball, but I will assume that's a compliment. But yeah, like... They're so dumb, like, why are you mad? Like, why are you mad? I don't get it, I do not understand, like, why are you mad? Oh, some people don't like getting in trouble. Like, literally, those parents did the classic case of, like, they stuck gum under the seat and then they got called out for it, and then they're mad that they got caught. Well, that's what it is. And it's like, oh, eat shit. Oh, so immature, honestly. One thing I've noticed the older I get is that adults, so many adults, specifically, like, have a good day as well. Specifically, those adults who are like boomers and older. Though, like, even then, like, older actually is a bit iffy, but, like, boomers definitely. Boomers and maybe, like, your early Gen Xers. So basically, your honorary boomers. They are so immature. Like, almost... most, like, so many. There are so many. There is an obnoxious amount of boomers out there. Like, baby boomers. Genuine, like, boomers in that age range. Who are just so immature. And, like... It's absolutely wild. Like, why did y'all come out with the bloody mentality and the maturity of a fetus? Like, sir, you are 55. Like, mate, you're in your 60s. Like, you should be good at problem solving by now. Oh, honestly. Alrighty. Am I the arsehole for telling my sister she's not invited to my wedding since our brother won't be there if she is? I am 28. Ginny is 25 and Ron is 23. I see what they do there. My sister, Ginny, was a nightmare growing up. She was not pleasant at all and got kicked out of home at 18. I admit our parents could have handled her better, but she did not make it easy. They did try to send her to therapy, but it put a huge strain on the finances. She wouldn't do the stuff and her parents stopped doing it. I am older than her, so she left me alone for the most part. My brother, Ron, was 2 years younger, and she was a huge bully to him. She made his life a hell at home. It got to the point that he would stay in my college dorm room to get away from her. He only went home after our parents kicked her out. After that, I didn't hear from her for a while. Last year, she reached out and wanted to catch up. Ginny is much better than how she was as a teenager. She reached out to Ron, but he wants nothing to do with her. I see her once every few months. I am getting married, and I had a conversation with my brother of what would happen if I invited Ginny. He told me he wouldn't attend, and I understand. So I didn't invite her. I got a call and she asked me why she wasn't invited to the wedding. She learned about it from my aunt. I told her the real reason, that Ron wouldn't attend if she was present. This started an argument about how I chose Ron over her and that he is wrong for giving me an ultimatum. It got around to the family and some are saying I'm a dick for this while others think it is completely fair. Am I the arsehole here? Honestly, Sile, mate, how dare you expose my titties if you just want my shirt? That's the striptease gotcha. Honestly. Hi, love bug. How are you? Welcome. Welcome, no, it's still lovely to see you. Rest well, my sweet dreams. Oh my god. But yeah, like... Oh my god, just like... I mean, for one, not the arsehole. Easy. Look, dearest Sile, you may be used to seeing anime men who don't have a nipple inside, but I am a real boy, and real men have nipples. Alrighty. But yeah, definitely not the arsehole, I'd say. Joke's on you, darling. This is Twitch. You can't steal my pants. Alrighty. Am I the arsehole for refusing to wear a bracelet I wanted, but my husband paid for? I, 29 female, wanted to buy a bracelet for myself because I finally had a job after searching for a long time and wanted to treat myself. My husband, 35 male, suggested I buy it from his parents because they run a jewellery store and they'd offer me a good deal. That had been my plan anyway, so when we visited them, they live in another state, I went by their store and had a look at what they had in stock. I decided on a piece, but I didn't take it right away as I needed to withdraw some cash. A few days later, I overheard my husband talking to his mum about me, but couldn't hear what it was about. Context info, there had been some negative talk in the past about my struggling to find a job, and I wanted to know if that's what it was about. I asked my husband later what they were discussing about me, and he said nothing, and I got the feeling he felt caught out. Then he said that they were talking about the bracelet I wanted, and he was going to buy it. I said I was happy to buy it for myself, but he insisted and said he'd sort it out. I was thankful and said okay. Then, after we returned home, I asked about the bracelet, and he said he was going to give it to me later, maybe for my birthday. I was annoyed because I wanted to buy the bracelet and wear it like immediately, and that's what I would have done if he hadn't bought it. He said he paid for it, and that it was a nice thing for him to do. I agreed, but said if he kept it, then it felt like he took it from me and was making me wait for something that I was prepared to pay for myself. We had a low-level fight about it, about which he said I can just have it right then, but I said I didn't even really want it anymore, because now every time I wear it, I'll think about this argument, and the whole gesture feels ruined. He accused me of being ungrateful. We recounted this story to his friends. I don't have many friends as we moved here recently, and they all agreed that he paid for it, so I should just be happy, but I feel like if he wanted to pay for a gift that I'd picked out and was about to purchase myself, then it's not fair to make me wait months for it. Am I the arsehole for being upset about him keeping it / not wanting to wear the bracelet anymore? Info. He did give me the bracelet right after the discussion, but as you can imagine, it wasn't a happy moment. Wasn't as happy a moment as anyone imagined. I was almost in tears from trying and failing to explain my point of view, and he was also feeling frustrated. Am I the arsehole here? Honestly, no. Like, up until, like, it's kind of like, I was kind of like, oh, that's cute, up until it was revealed that the husband kind of went, actually, you know what, I'm going to keep it for your birthday or something. And then it was like, oh, okay, you're just being a dick. It's that whole, like, I can understand, like, going somewhere with someone and being like, okay, keep an eye on them, like, oh, they're eyeing that particular piece. This will be such a romantic gesture. That, fair. Okay, sure, fair, cute. That's a cute gesture. Considering why they went in the first place, she wanted to buy herself something to celebrate her getting a job. It's kind of that whole spend your first paycheck. Like, we all do it when we get our first paycheck from a job. Like, we tend to, like, buy a little thing for ourselves as kind of a little bit of a, yay, I can buy things with my own money now. Like, kind of that little hurrah. And it would be one thing if he bought a different thing that she was eyeing. That'd be fine. But the problem is, she basically went, I'm going to get that. I just need to get some cash out. And then he got it. And then when he revealed he got it, he then withheld it. And it's that whole case of, like, the whole point of this was she wanted to buy it for herself as a, yay, first paycheck. Happy memory. Woohoo! And him buying it and withholding it was him going out of his way to just make it all about him. Like, he straight up was like, oh, I bought it. It's going to be a gift sometime later. Like, she's just there like, yay, first paycheck. And he's like, no. This isn't about you. This is about me. And I'm bestowing a gift upon you. Like, he's made the whole thing about himself. And, like, it's quite clear that that is what's wrong. Like, yeah, legit, Isaac, yeah, literally, it's got that, like, same voice. And you're just like, but I need it tomorrow. Like, dude, hi, Emery, welcome. And just, like, the way it all goes as well, of, like, him being like, oh, you know, I think I'll hold on to it. Like, that alone, like, the second he admitted that he bought the bracelet for her, he should have given it to her. If he really wanted to hold on to it, he shouldn't have fucking told her he bought the bracelet. It's a cute surprise if she doesn't see it coming. Because then it would be a case of, go back to the shop. Oh no, the bracelet I want must have been sold. Oh, that's a shame. I guess I'll just get another bracelet. Yay, paycheck. And then her birthday comes around, and she opens the box. Boom, it's the bracelet she really wanted. And she'd be like, oh my god, I thought they didn't have that. And it's like, yeah, I organised this for you because I thought you'd like it. That would be really cute. But instead,
he went in and made it all about him and then chucked a fit when she basically went, you made it all about yourself, and now it's like you've killed it now. The vibe's dead. The woohoo is dead. It's like, it's such an asshole move. Like, dude, there are so many ways you could have done this, where you could have got to do everything you wanted to do, and not stepped on 30 landmines. Like, it's the equivalent of, like, there's, like, say, like, imagine, like, you're on a bridge, and under the bridge is, like, a moat full of crocodiles. Except in this case, the bridge is, like, 2 meters wide, made of concrete. And this motherfucker decided to walk through the crocodiles. It was that easy to avoid the crocodiles. Just use the bridge. That's what this situation feels like. It's like so needlessly, like he was an asshole for no reason. Fuck you. You idiot. I said fire emoji. How are you? And welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's like, yeah, literally, like bro jumped off the bridge into the crocodiles and then got mad he got bit. Yeah, I bought it for you. So can I have it? No. Hi, Glitch, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the hydrate, stretch, pile can, and hat fans, dear Ghosty. Have fun lurking, Cyclo. Right, hydrate suit, arms in front, up over the head, and yeah. Oh yes, Cloud, you're absolutely right, but in this metaphor, none of them are chill. Appreciate the time trick there, appreciate. Alright, don't worry, I don't plan going past midnight. Alright. Now, am I the asshole? For something stupid, I take it you lost a bet. Hi, Lucy. Am I the asshole for telling my friend, stop forcing Jesus onto me because of her ridiculous level of Christianness? I, 18 female, am with this girl, Jessica, 18 female, in the same friend group in high school. Jessica is a devout Christian and goes to Presbyterian church every Sunday for Mass. I have no problems with this, and it was nice to see that she's able to live a happier life because of her Christianity. Her religious expression was very normal and nuanced at first. She'd do things like wearing a cross necklace, adding Bible verses in her socials, etc. The issue came with when she would show up to our lunch table with a Bible and kept reminding us about how God is great, etc. The last straw came when she made a separate Instagram account dedicated to making posts about the Bible and telling people on how to live a holy life. She even tried to make her own Christian podcast at one point. At one lunchtime, she told us she was ranting about how offensive it was for people to wear things like cross jewelry when they weren't even Christian, and how egregious Jesus Christ Superstar, one of my favourite musicals, was. I told her that while her religious beliefs were fine, me and my friends were frankly getting sick and tired of her bringing Jesus, God, and the Bible into every conversation, as well as on her social medias. I also further reminded her that recontextualizations of the Bible were perfectly fine, and that the musical was a medium to explore the humanity of Jesus, because frankly, he is human like us. Jessica got offended and looked at me coldly, before responding with, "Are you suggesting that you're better than Jesus?" What? I got sick and tired of her at this point, and said to her sarcastically, "Look, Jesus loves you, but he wants you to shut the fuck up." I then got heated in the moment and told her that her level of devoutness was extremely ridiculous, before telling her that she didn't need to make her Christianness as her entire personality. I also bluntly told her it seemed like she was subtly suggesting she was better than the rest of us just because she practiced her Christianity a lot. Jessica hasn't talked to me since then, and I was wondering if I did overstep a little bit. My friends agree with me, saying that Jessica's behaviour was extremely weird and that she was a hypocrite. Meanwhile, my inner self is feeling conflicted. I feel like the sarcasm swearing was stooping down to her level a bit. So Reddit, am I the arsehole here?
No. Like, I'd say probably, like, out of this entire post, probably the one thing that, like, Jessica, the friend, is within her rights to do whatever she wants with is her social media. Like, okay, if you don't like all of her god shit on her social media, just unfollow her. Like, okay, getting mad at her social media, no, like, okay, that's not your domain, step off. However, her constantly shoving her religion down everyone's throat in person is not the same as just being weirdly devout on Instagram. You can unfollow someone on Instagram and be like, yeah, alright, not into it, alright, cool, later. But, like, in your face? Like, I'm sorry, Jehovah, but I'm not interested in witnessing. I'm old and I'm tired. Thank you for the follow, Yugi Matsura. I really appreciate it. Thank you, and welcome. But, like, and this probably sounds like quite ironic coming from the fact that I play an angel, but essentially, religion is one of those things that we all are well within our right to have it. Respect other people's religions. They are there for a reason. Some people choose their religion, some people are born into it, some people just stumble across it and just roll from there. That's fine. You can believe whatever you like to believe. And I mean that in the most genuine way possible. However, if you start becoming a pest with your religion, and this goes for every single one, and this atheism is also included here as well. That may be an anti-religion, but it counts. If you start being a pest with your religion or religious point of view and start shoving it down other people's throats who do not invite it, you are an arsehole. If you go up to people and start shoving your religion down their throat, or anti-religion, you're an arsehole. Like, it's just basic human decency. If you were invited into a conversation of religion, if religion comes up naturally, sure, fine, talk however you want. It was invited. But, like, don't just harass people because they don't align with your own beliefs. And this goes for every single category. Like, just be not a dick. It's not that hard. Like, yeah, do what you want on social media, whatever. But, like, honestly, my only real problem with Christianity is it's missing the 11th commandment. Don't be a dick. Because I feel like that should bloody well be on there, because I've met a lot of Christians who are dicks. And I think if that's one of the commandments, they might cut it the fuck out. Like, damn. And it's like, ironically as well, like, playing nitpick, but, like, part of me feels petty when this stuff comes up. Play a nitpick. But, like, I love how, like, she's quote-unquote offended for people wearing things like cross jewellery when they're not Christian. Honey, are you that oblivious about other religions that you are unaware of the fact that Christianity is in fact not the only branch of that religion? Like, not everyone who religiously wears a cross is a Christian. Because it's not the only branch. So, like, you're not just, like, obnoxious, you're also obnoxiously wrong. Which almost makes it worse somehow. It's like, is she going to go up to, like, a Catholic and be like, you're not Christian, take off the cross, bitch? Like, what? Go up to a Protestant, you're not Christian, take off the cross, bitch. Like, what? Fuck off. I know, right, Sile? Honestly, it's the most annoying thing. And you decide, no offence doesn't clear it, mate. You've just spent 5 minutes shoving your beliefs down my throat and then trying to argue that my beliefs are invalid because, I don't know, your God told you they weren't or something. The argument's always different. But, like, dude. Honestly, like, religiously, I'm quite proudly agnostic, aka I'm staying out of it. I am neutral. Oh my god, I'm 100% like, hey, I'm just a squishy little guy on a squishy little planet in a squishy little solar system in a squishy little galaxy. Okay? I don't know shit. I don't know if there's gods. I don't know. If anything, logic dictates that if religion is real, surely all of them are in that case. So, like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I barely know what I ate for breakfast. Leave me out of it. Hey, Ethnox, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Amen as amen. It's like half the plot of all. Honestly, like, genuinely, if I was to believe in a set of pantheons, I would just believe in a lot of them, honestly. Because logically, for me, it makes the most sense. Like, alright, if your god is real, and your god is real, and your god is real, and your gods are real, then alright. Sweet. We got a lot of gods then. Hopefully the Greek gods aren't pissing them off. Like, alright. We got quite a few then. Have fun. There's a lot of gods. A lot of people. Makes sense. I mean, in some religions, the gods are able to, like, have kids and stuff, so, like, you know, it makes sense. Probably a lot of new gods now, popping out god babies. Oh my god, Emmerich. Honestly, they fight all the time. Like, I've never understood that, like, need for them to, like, fight, like, just different religions to, like, fight each other so viscerally. It's, like, some of the most violent... No, I'm right. No, it's like, it's just like, I'm right, you're wrong. No, I'm right, you're wrong. It's like the most dramatic, overzealous, violent versions of I'm right, you're wrong versus I'm right, you're wrong. Why? We're all gonna be dead in like 100 years, man. You've got better shit to do with your time. You don't got a lot of it. Choose your fighter. Nah. Just, oh my god. Alrighty. Am I the asshole for not taking the blame for unknowingly breaking a mum's rules for her kid? My 41 female daughter, 15, had a sleepover a couple of days ago with 4 of her friends. From what I observed, the girl had a lot of fun together, and were all very respectful for each other, my husband and I. Most of the girl's parents thanked me and my husband for hosting and said positive things, but one texted me a list of all of the things that I did wrong. The first thing that upset this mum was the fact my daughter and her friends went swimming in our backyard pool. When the sleepover invites were sent out via text message, I asked the mums if they were okay with their girls going swimming. All of them said yes, or that's okay with me, except for the complaining mum, who simply liked my text. I assumed this meant yes. I would not have allowed this had the girls not been forced to pass the swimming safety unit, which included a swim test at the end for their PE class. Additionally, my husband completed a lifeguarding course from the Red Cross and passed with flying colours. The mum's second issue was the food the girls ate, which she deemed unhealthy. I, however, did not see an issue with this because I think eating junk at sleepovers is okay. The next issue was the movie the girls watched after dinner. Some of the girls are 14 and the others are 15. We told them no R-rated movies, but other than that, it is fine, it's up to them. They ended up choosing The Fault in Our Stars, which the complainer deemed inappropriate. The final thing she was mad about was the fact that the girls didn't actually go to sleep until midnight. As a mum myself, I understand because I want my daughter to get enough sleep. However, both my husband and I do think that sleepovers are a time when it's okay to stay up late, provided the kids let the parents sleep, which my daughter and her friends did. Additionally, the girls woke up at 8:30, meaning they got around 8.5 hours of sleep anyway. I received the complaining mum's text on the day after the sleepover. The text said, and I quote, "Thank you for having my daughter over. It was generous of you to open up your home and graciously host her. However, I feel that many of your decisions were questionable and inappropriate." She then proceeded to list her objections with specific reasons for each one. I then replied, "Please, tell your daughter, thanks for coming. She was pleasant to host. I understand your concerns, but considering you never communicated your expectations or rules, I don't think it's fair to place the blame on me. If we ever do things like this in the future, please make sure to let me know of any restrictions ahead of time. Thank you, and have a lovely weekend." She then responded angrily that it was my fault, and when I texted her to say sorry, she didn't respond. Am I the arsehole for not taking the blame?
Hi, the Tank 2348. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, and welcome. But like, hi Kim, welcome.
I'm not the arsehole.
Oh, thank you for the love, Tank. I appreciate it.
And thank you, I'm glad you think I'm cool. But like, you're the arsehole. Like, dude, you didn't tell her. Like, that's it. It'd be one thing if she'd communicated it, but she didn't. And it's like, how was she expecting this other mum to know? I would really like to know that. How the fuck was she expecting this other mum to know? Like, was she just there, like, beaming her with her mind beam? She's just like, all right, thanks for taking my daughter. Puts both fingers up to head. Brrr. Don't let my daughter go swimming or I'll shank you. Don't let my daughter eat unhealthy food or I'll shank you. Don't let my daughter watch The Fault in My Stars or I'll shank you. And she's just thinking them at her without communicating them. Because, like, I'm sorry, but, like, if you have certain rules for a sleepover, you have to communicate them or they won't be followed. Because no one will know that they're there. Like, duh. And also, like, if you don't agree with a post, don't like it. Thumbs up in most Western societies means yes. The like button is literally a fucking thumbs up. Like, don't go thumbs up if you're secretly going no. Thumbs down. Or respond going, could you not? Don't thumbs up. Oh, honestly. Some people just get off on causing drama, I'm convinced.
Hello, Angel of Hope. Hello, Nasu Aisuru.
Thank you so much for the follows, darling. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And welcome in to the Uncanny Valley. Oh, thumbs up. This post sucks. Yeah, for real. For real. Oh my god. I feel naked without my necklaces. I'm putting them back on.
Hi, Angel. Hi, welcome.
Yeah. I know, right, Lassie? Legit. Oh, thank you, dear Lassie. I appreciate it. Thank you. I will have you know that before, one of our lovely viewers, dear Tank, said that I'm cool. And as such, I will hold on to that statement for eternity. You hear that, chat? I'm cool. Ha ha! For real though, welcome. Oh, thank you for the head pat, I appreciate, thank you. Well, in that case, officially, lovely to meet you in person, dear Angel. I always love meeting folks of similar varieties. This is Kess. Who's cool? I'm not wearing glasses. Well, don't worry, dear Ghosty. I'll wear them for you, dear. And let me just say, with my glasses on, oh yeah, ice cold. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, 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 boom. If you immediately understood what song that was, you're old. And also, getting me to cosplay. I swear, So cheeky, all of you. It's just like, yep, that's me, I'm old. Boom, 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 boom. There's boomers in the room. We'll spend the night together on the Zoom. Boom, 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 boom. The boomers in the room. Alrighty. Am I the asshole for telling a couple that I am not their charity case? I've been raising my 8-year-old nephew, Jack, after both of his parents passed in 2019. I went from being a 34-year-old bachelor to being a single dad overnight. I don't regret it or anything, but it has and does require a lot of sacrifice. My brother made good money and invested into a house before he passed. It's being rented at a loss because the rent is less than the mortgage and other costs, but it will be worth a fortune once it's paid off. So I'm basically paying for an 8-year-old and a house I don't even live in. I also have Jack in a private school. This summer, Jack wanted to go to a sleepaway camp. It's for 6 weeks and I can only afford 2 even though it's a 3-week minimum. He left last week. Out of the blue, the camp called me up and said someone wanted to sponsor Jack for the whole summer. I was confused. They said a pair of quote-unquote angels heard of my hardship and wanted to help out. I said I wouldn't even consider unless they told me who was paying for it. Eventually, they said it was the parents of a boy who was an acquaintance of my son. They act like they're better than everyone and come from old money. I've heard them say nasty things about people that they've helped. I reached out to them and said that my finances are none of their business, and I'm not their charity case. I'm not here to make them feel better about themselves. They were taken aback by my response and asked me to think of Jack. I said, your attitude proves my point. For the record, Jack has a fun summer planned out, which includes many playdates and trips with his cousins, and his other uncle is taking him to Legoland in a couple of weeks. He's not working in the mines this summer. Edit. The house was half paid off when I took possession of it. It cost me $400 a month to keep it. I would have lost like 80K before the mortgage is paid off, but the house I can easily sell for $1 million. Why would I sell a house at a loss when I can keep it at a loss, but then sell it at a gain in 15 years? Edit. Yes, the house is mine. Yes, you're damn right the house is mine. Why shouldn't I be compensated for raising my nephew? So he should get his $250K and a house, whereas I find myself in debt at 53? He's already starting off an advantage, and if I should die, then he'd get the house and whatever I have from selling it. It's a small compensation to have saved him from going into foster care. I'm sure my brother and my nephew would want me to have the house for putting my entire life and future on hold to raise him. Wow, what a dick! Oh my lord, what a dick! Jesus Christ! Put it back in your pants because you're exposing yourself to the world. Nobody wants to see dick this early in the morning. Yikes! Yikes! Oh, what an entitled asshole! Damn! Oh my god! Hello, dear Callie. Hello, Bento. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Someone's clearly got their assless chaps on because I can see everything. Oh my dear lord. Yeah, honestly, these posts are insane. And you're just here like, bro. Like, bro. Bro. To give like context for the lovely folks who've just joined on in, essentially, this guy is focused so much on investing this house, paying part of this house off, and he's raising this his nephew basically, and he doesn't have a lot of money, but like he seems to actually have a decent amount of money. He's got the kid in private school and everything, and so basically kids over in camp can only be there for 2 weeks because he can't afford any more. And so these parents of one of the kids' friends is like, hey, we'll pay for the rest of the trip. That's fine. We'll do it. And then he just goes on this massive pride tirade, like, I'm not your charity case. Don't worry, my son's not in the mines. There's something like, it becomes an absolute cockwallet. And then, but like, the thing that really made me go, wow, you're a fuckwit, is like right at the bottom, like, I'm going to re-quote this because this is like obnoxiously dickish. So clearly people are like, what do you mean the house is yours, etc. And he's like, you're damn right that the house is mine. Why shouldn't I be compensated for raising my nephew? So he should get his $250K and a house, whereas I find myself in debt at 53. He's already starting off at an advantage, and if I should die, then he'd get the house and whatever I have from selling it. It's a small compensation to have saved him from going into foster care. I'm sure my brother and my nephew would want me to have the house for putting my entire life and future on hold to raise him. Jesus fucking Christ, eat shit. Oh my lord. Asshole. Asshole. Jeez. Man's like spreading it and sharing the rosebuds. That's nasty. Oh my fucking god. Thank you so much for the follow and I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, honestly, I need to see the post because this guy's gone full dickhead. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, alright, let's see. Oh my, just what a dick. Jesus Christ. Alright, so, alright, let's see. So we got you're the asshole. Alright, let's see. Yep, alright. Okay, we got some not the arseholes. I think this is before he went full ape shit. Alright, let's see. Yep, you're the arsehole. You're the arsehole, yep. Yeah, pretty much everyone's like, dude, you're the arsehole. Yeah. Except for like that one person who like, I'm assuming that one person posted before that last edit because that last edit is pure arsehole. Jesus Christ. Like, oh, jeez. Like, that's your nephew. That is your nephew. Your brother died and you took in your and you... Dude. It's not fuck you. Oh my god. Sincerely, I hope his life goes to shit. Oh my god. Yeah, honestly, Nas, yeah. That poor nephew. Yeah, bruh, yeah, bruh is correct. Oh my god, like, dude. Oh, no, just... Yeah, no, like, Oh, that was so dickish. Oh my god. Lost for words. Alright. Am I the asshole for acting like my boyfriend's stepsister to prove a point? My 27 female, boyfriend 26 male, Matt, and I have been together for nearly 4 years and moved in together earlier this year. His stepsister Clara is currently staying with us for a few weeks on and off, and that's when the problem arises. Clara has always been a princess type. That's her thing, whatever. But it's always annoyed me how Matt reacts to it. He goes along with it completely. He's her doormat from the second she arrives until the second she leaves. I always figured that's his choice and his business, so I never said anything about it. But since she's been staying, it's been really bothering me. He carries her things like a pack mule, runs around every morning trying to get her the breakfast she wants, makes reservations at restaurants he hates just because she likes it, and gives her free use of his credit cards to buy whatever she wants. There's other things, but these are the but these are types of things. I feel so awkward when he's fawning over her like that. I've spoken to him about how he acts around her, and his excuse is, what am I supposed to do? That's just how she is. I asked him if he doesn't find it inconsiderate and annoying, and he said no. I don't believe him. I don't believe he could not notice the way that she acts as inconsiderate. So I tried an experiment. I started acting like her. Last week, the last day she was here, I said I wanted fresh fruit for breakfast. When Matt didn't say anything, I asked if he'd go get some, which he did. When he went out for lunch, I didn't even offer to pay. When we went to run errands after lunch, I made him drive 30 minutes to the next town over to go to a particular shopping centre, and I took longer than usual choosing products. I also made him drive home. I could see he was a bit annoyed by me, but he didn't say anything. Later, I suggested we order takeout instead of cooking, and when he said okay, I asked to order on his app. Clara got home after we ate, and Matt spent most of the evening playing video games with her because he was clearly upset with me by this time. After she went to bed, Matt confronted me, asking if I was okay because I'd been acting odd all day. He said I'd been treating him like he works for me, which he didn't appreciate, but if I was stressed or upset, we should talk it through. I told him that I had spent one day treating him exactly how his sister does, and he hated it, so he can't say he doesn't notice how she is. Matt got mad and said that that was an insane thing to do, and he noticed because that's not my personality. He called me childish and said I'd wasted a day for nothing. It's been a few days and things have been awkward. Matt has been spending evenings gaming or with friends and has been cold to me. I don't think I did anything that bad, but my girlfriend says testing him like that was stupid when Matt was treating Clara like a baby doesn't really affect me, so I should just ignore it. Now I feel bad. For reference, Clara is also 26. I have questions. Is the right phrasing. I don't know how to compute this. I'm blue screen. Oh, thank you for the follow, Robin Fillion. I appreciate it, darling. Thank you. And welcome to the Uncanny Valley, because we're in it at the moment. Yeah, honestly, Naz, I have a feeling I'm thinking what you're thinking if you're thinking what I'm thinking, if you know what I mean. She's your stepsister, and all I can say is anime. Whew. Just like uncomfortable noises. Hi, Nomzai. Welcome. Whew. I don't think. You're just like, wow, what a lovely ceiling. There's no elephant in the room. What are you talking about? It's a very empty, normal room. Floor. Oh, I haven't vacuumed the floor recently. No. I know right now. Yeah. Just haven't seen your pet lately. I hope they're doing well. Yep. Hi, Nomzai. I'm not even sure if I want to describe it. This post can best be described when certain types of lonely men argue that technically you aren't related to your stepsister. Let's put it that way. That is the only. That is. Samantha's wine tastes the same as I remember. And I would like to forget the memories. Honestly, I could use some of Samantha's wine right now. Well, I'm just gonna... man, my Beppis sure looks extra fizzy today. Yep. Man, that certainly tastes like Beppis. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't think she was the asshole. And then I'm just gonna close the tab. and I think that story can end there. Have a lovely rest of your time zone, dear Nasu. Let's agree that we've just spent 10 minutes staring at a wall. And I will 100% back that up. It was the very wall. We stared at wall for a long time. And that's all that happened. And the wall was not the asshole. Why? You know those times when you get this visceral feeling in your soul that you've spent too much time on the internet today? I'm getting that feeling right now. I feel like that's enough internet for today. So, time to log off. Time to touch grass. That's it. What happens in stream stays in stream. I was gonna end stream, but like, I don't want to end on that. I don't want to end on that. Let's see. Let's look for one that's got a spicy title. Let's go with mild spice that can't have anything to do with couples. Exactly, Ghosty, exactly. Just one more. This will be the last one of the night. Am I the asshole for demanding to be bought a new drink after dropping one due to being scared by a dog? See, I picked one with a pet in it, so it has to be safe. 3 friends and I went to a bar in a popular part of town. We got a patio table, and I went to the bar and ordered the first round of drinks. As I was walking back to our table, a dog jumped up and started barking. I jumped about a mile high and I dropped a drink. The owner quickly controls his dog, apologizes, and turns away from me. I tell the guy I'm expecting a new drink from him. I drop the other 3 drinks off at the table and go back, and I demand the guy go buy me a new drink. In my mind, this was not my fault and the dog owner was at fault. He says he won't do that and so I should be more aware of my surroundings. I'm livid. I call him a piece of shit. I tell him that if his dog can't ignore me as I walk by, then his dog shouldn't be here. He tells me I should find somewhere that doesn't allow dogs, calls me an arsehole and tells me to leave them alone. I drop it, complain to the bar, but they did nothing. I'm just baffled by the lack of accountability here. I don't mind dogs, but I didn't like being scared like that. Am I the arsehole? Ooh, this is a hard one, actually. Yeah, honestly, guys, I kind of agree with you. Yeah, it's kind of an everyone sucks here for me. Like, it's a place that allows dogs. So, in that case, if you're in a bar that actively allows dogs, you should be aware that there is a chance there will be dogs around, and dogs do dog things. So that's on her. But at the same time, a dog just randomly just got up and started barking, and he is responsible for his dog. Like, I mean, ironically, the dog is the one at fault, but, like, it's a dog. Like, what can you do? The dog committed the crime of being a dog. Like, the dog can do no wrong. So, like, yeah. Some places, like, let pets in. It depends on the places. And I'm pretty sure, like, places that let pets in, they usually have, like, different cleaning standards and stuff. But, like, and it also looks like this is a bar. So, I don't think they're going to be letting the dogs into the beer taps. But, like, yeah, I kind of want to say, like, everyone sucks here, but, like, mildly. There's just a lot of mild suckings. Like, he's just, like, a mildly shitty dog owner. And she's just kind of, like, a mild Karen. Like, from some of the exciting stories we've had tonight, this is, like, milquetoast in comparison. Like, it's just, like, the most minor shit. Like, okay, yeah, I guess he was kind of shitty for not buying you a drink, that's true, but also you're kind of shitty for going over and demanding he buy you a new drink. So, like, you're both kind of shitty, so, yeah. I mean, because it's like he did apologize. Like, he quickly controlled the dog and he apologized. So, he wasn't being completely shitty. He's just been kind of shitty. And, like, yeah, like, you know, I can understand her, like, being, you know, hey, like, you know, I need you to buy me another drink. But, like, for her to take the drinks to the table and then come all the way, like, come right back to him and start harassing him for a drink. I mean, at that point, you are being kind of shitty. Like, yeah, it's like, it's shitty not to buy them a new drink. I absolutely agree. But it's also shitty to harass someone to buy you a drink when that's very obviously they're not going to. So everyone's just kind of shitty here. Like, they both, yeah, it's just everyone sucks here. They're both shitty. And, like, the bartender clearly didn't give a shit. I mean, considering the bar did nothing, even they probably thought they were both being kind of shitty. Yeah. I mean, honestly, guys, yeah, like, if Opie had been nice about it and been like, oh no, like, you know, I can't, like, I couldn't afford another drink, like, can you please, like, cover this? I just, like, if they, you know, explain themselves and they weren't a dick, yeah, all right. But no, so everyone was just kind of shitty. But you know what? I'll take it. It could be worse. What a nice wall we have here. Man, it's very wall-shaped. Hi, Sarah Clanada. Thank you for the follow, darling. I appreciate it. And welcome to the Uncanny Valley. Hello, dear. Some random guy. Don't worry. I may look elvish, but rest assured, I'm an angel in nature. I just have pointy ears because they look cool. DIY, baby. Sure is a wall. Man, this wall really looks like a wall. Yep. Wall. Perhaps if you're kind to me, dear Random, I may just do so. Though be warned, though I may be an angel, my only power is my longevity, I'm afraid. But I can draw a picture. I don't think that's going to save anyone. All right. To my lovely and amazing folks in chat, this is a message from our wonderful and dear AITA 𝐄𝐍𝐕𝐓𝐮𝐞𝐫. AITA has requested I state this, and such I will credit AITA specifically for this statement, as it was a request for me to state it. And AITA says, quote unquote, "You lost the game." From AITA, of who the one was to say it, who requested that I say that on their behalf. Send the pitchforks to AITA, I'm innocent.
then? I always thought it was just Asin.
Ah. But for you guys to actively mute, does that not mean you are already aware? Oh, is it Azen? It's Azen! Oh, I would have never got that. Whole time, genuinely, I thought it was Azen, especially with the double Z. So I think your old one used to have the double Z in it, actually. It's read Aaron. All right, so we've got Azen here in Yeah, about the double Z. Yeah. Yeah. Danny, how you going? Welcome. Oh my god, 8 a.m. Rest in peace, dear friend. Oh my god, you must feel like death itself. God, nothing worse than waking up at 8 a.m., am I right? You didn't sleep at all. Oh my god, how are you alive? How are you alive? Oh, please, get whatever you need to not perish. Yeah, what Tika said. Though, since you're Azen, and not Azen, and that is my deep apologies, in that case, Azen, how you doing? I guess you could say it's time to give you a good Azen. Ah. Does that mean that you are advanced in A's? Hugs and kisses. Oh my god. Try not to stay up too much, though. Even though the human can technically go that long, they hit delirium pretty damn quickly and their health goes to shit. Please rest when you feel tired. Eisen and Azen. Oh my god. Azen. You know what rhymes with Azen? Raisin. So does that mean that your parents were Raisin Azen? They were Raisin Azen to be grazing on some Azens. Hi, that Fox Aiden. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome. It's disrespectfully. Hugs and kisses. My dear and beautiful Azen, you just opened the door for new puns. But yes, I suppose I will acquiesce to your request. I said after the bleach guy. But yes, it is time for me to commit my grand naps and have hush snee. Thank you for the hydrate, dear Eno. I appreciate it. Thank you. No, I'm going. I want chockies. Give me chockies. Gib. Oh my god, are you catching up some mamas? Oh! Also, a friendly PSA for my doubly lovely and wonderful Lloyd enjoyers in chat. Let me go. I have a great announcement for you. Come one, come all. There is Fresh Lloyd. I repeat, Fresh Lloyd has launched. The next update is live. Fresh Lloyd, read all about it. Lloyd is gay this time. Get yourself Pride Lloyd if you check out your Fresh Lloyd today. Thank you for the follow, possibly some random guy. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, yes. And don't worry, Ison. My Lloyds are versatile. La Lloyd. La Lloyd. Oh my god, last thing. Get your Lloyd, come here, come on, come all, Fresh Lloyd straight from the pussy, get your Lloyd today. That's right, buy one, get one free, buy one Lloyd, get one 𝐿𝐕𝐓𝐿 free. That's right, one butt of winter to go, would you like a butt of winter? Well, I'll include that free of charge if you get yourself some Fresh Lloyd today. Oh my god, honestly, Tika, that would be absolutely hilarious. Alright. I will be mildly good. You heard me. Lloyd had clipped. Oh my god, Danny, yes, yes. Okie dokie. Let me find a potential target. It's like those infomercials, you know, the one that's like, call the number on the screen below, 1-800-LLOYD-LLOYD, and you can get yourself not one, not two, 3 Lloyds for the price of 1 if you call within the next 7 minutes. That's right, that's 1-800-LLOYD-LLOYD. And even better, I can help you, sir. That's right, if you call now within the next 7 minutes, not only will you get 3 Lloyds for the price of 1, we will throw in 1 really depressed 𝐿𝐕𝐴 on top of that. That's right, get yourself 3 Lloyds for the price of 1 Lloyd, and a depressed 𝐿𝐕𝐴. That's the way we like it. Our stocks are tanking. It's me, I'm the depressed 𝐿𝐕𝐴. Oh, so it's them. I knew they looked familiar. I was like, oh, I know this motherfucker. But I didn't want to be like, oh, you're that bitch. No, honestly, he seemed very lovely. Like, I'm just being mean. He seemed very nice. Ooh, let's see. Ooh. Why do I get cursed shit in my recommendeds? I don't watch it. Shoo. Ooh. Let's check out this person. Literally, like, my recommendeds for right now is like, ooh, VTuber, yep, VTuber, yep, VTuber, yep. 2 girl, 1 bed. What the hell is that? I'm from the 2000s. I know what that means. Fuck off. VTuber. Twitch, get that shit out of here. God. Ooh. Why not? Let's go with this person. Alrighty, so now that I've found my potential raid target, thank you guys so much for joining me for my stream tonight. I've had an absolutely fantastic time hanging out with each and every one of you amazing beings for some sweet, hot, Toy! Trust me, I needed this catharsis. Oh my god. I feel so much better now. There's just nothing. There is no better remedy for one's own problems than knowing that others have problems far, far weirder than yours. What a nice wall. It's a very nice wall. It's very wall. It's very wall. Poor wall. Sure. Very dry. All of a sudden, my problems don't seem that bad. Okay, Danny, that would be the funniest shit ever. If you ever wanted full endorsement, you got it. I will die laughing. Y'all can draw me however you wish to. I don't think Lasty wants to punch through that wall. I think that's a wall that should be left alone. Alrighty. Done. Alright, let's see. Alright, so stream schedule. Alrighty, so tomorrow night we'll be doing an art stream. Reinforcing that wall. Yes, so tomorrow night we'll be doing an art stream. So it'll be free doodle night. So we'll be doing some catching up. So that'll be a nice fun one. Doodles go bam, and that'll be at 8 PM ADT tomorrow night. And then on Saturday, we'll be doing part 2 of the Great Smash or Pass. I'm gonna give you guys a heads up. I may end up having to push back the start time for Smash or Pass on Saturday. An very old friend of mine has invited me to go attend the football with him for free. And while I know fuck all about football, I do like for free. So I'm gonna learn about football. Hi Lin Chan, how are you? Welcome. Apparently his friend he was gonna go with fell sick, so he was like, yeah, you know, if you want to come along, like, you know, tickets open, it's free, you don't have to pay for it. And it's like, well, I mean, I can learn to like football if it's free. Honestly, yeah, it's just that whole like, oh, you know, it was literally like, oh, you know, like, because it's like originally I was like, oh yeah, you know, I've got to be home by like 7:30 so I can do an event, and he's just like, oh yeah, you know, we got a football ticket, so like, it ends at 7:30, so you know, you might have to stay later, but, and I was like, oh yeah, I can push back my thing. I do like free things. I'm just gonna be there like, that looks like football, man. I'm gonna have to do some research and be like, fuck, alright, who's blue? Who's wearing blue? So I am expecting it's going to either be pushed back to 9 or 10. I'm probably just gonna push back to 9, but I'm just gonna like play tentative. Luckily, what comes after Saturday? Sunday, so it doesn't matter. What have we got? Wrong sport, mate. Alright, so I just thought I'd give you guys that heads up. 10, love. That's tennis. What? Oh yeah, I know there's balls in that game. Thank you for the follows, Mortimer's Grave and Lin Chan. 0785. I appreciate it, darling. Thank you. And welcome to the Uncanny Valley. Alrighty. Yeah, it's really sad, Haya, that you kind of nailed my thought process to a T. Hi, Dandy. Have fun, look. Like, straight up, it's like, my first thought was like, oh, you want to come to the football? And I was like, no, yeah. You don't have to pay for the ticket. Yeah, sure. All right. So tomorrow, art stream, 8 p.m. Can't wait to see you there. We'll be doing lots of free doodles. It'll be very fun. Apart from that, yes, let me set up this raid. Though yes, if you'd like to, feel free to join the Discord. And if you join the Discord, that's where I post my stream schedules and post when I go live on Twitch, so long as you give yourself the Twitch role. And you'll get notifications that way. And on my Twitter or TikTok or YouTube, you're welcome to follow me over there if you want daily stupid jokes. Or, as I've been thinking of them, my silly ha-has. And with the exception of Sunday, because I don't do things on Sunday, because I'm lazy. Every other day, my goal is to post at least one silly haha. Actually, no, just one silly haha. So, you know. Oh my god, thank you so much for the follow, Sanji. I appreciate it, thank you. And oh my god. Shit. Oh my god, we hit the follower goal. Holy shit. Thank you. It's legit now. Oh my god. Like, I don't know if like I'm the only one who's like this. Like, this is specifically a an after 1K on anything vibe. But like Twitch does this thing, and I've noticed like I think like TikTok does it too, and quite a few platforms do it. That like they round up for the second digit in a K. And so like this is like the way my brain works it because I'm weird. And so like the way they do it is like when you hit like say for example, if you hit 1050, it will show that you're 1.1K. And when you hit 1150, then it will clock over to 1.2, and that's kind of how it works. So the way I like to think about it is before, so like say in this metaphor we'll go the 1K. So between 1050, between 1050 and 1100, you're fake 1.1K. Between 1100 and 1150, you're a real boy now. And thank you. I'm a real boy now. Appreciate it. Sorry, I'm being absolutely silly. It's 12:30 in my brains, and my brain's just doing this. Look, I have fun hanging out with you guys, okay? Fuck you, stop being so fun. It's against the law. Alright, I'm going to stop being a pest. Let me actually settle this raid. Oh my god. Alright. Go. And make sure I spell their name correctly. Perfect. Alright, I've got them. So we'll be raiding a lovely person called, I'm going to assume it's Thief Klein. And they're currently doing a donathon, and they're playing Cyber Manhunt. Ooh. So I figured, you know what? Why not? Let's give them a raid. Alright, let me pop over the stream ending. Why? But yes, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. It was very fun to enjoy these cathartic stories with you guys. I have too much fun with AITA, honestly. It's like my weekly junk food. I love these stories. They're brilliant. Yes, thank you for joining me tonight. I've had a brilliant time hanging out with you next time. Tomorrow stream will be up once again. I look forward to seeing you guys there. And finally, I hope you all have a brilliant and amazing evening, morning, noon, or night. Rest well and raiding in 3, 2, 1. Never forget, we don't talk about the wall. Let's go!